I forgot to shower today.
Uh,
So I look
Good thing
lovely.
Fuka isn't there.
Yeah, poor Fuku would die from the smell. Oh yeah, let me go into fix my my extensions real quick. I also just ate like probably 13 like double thick pancakes with protein powder, and I have a very bad feeling that's gonna come back to bite me. So, god damn it, Splinter. I don't think Wolf's gonna show up, but I'll leave his character up there. And oh wait, oops. Let me fix that. There we go. Save configuration. Alright. So now that should be up to date.
So the Turtle Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction should I go to get to Dragon? Like straight from William's Kingdom and then to Dragon's Gate. Which
If you're
direction
just
should I?
going from the island, you're gonna be heading west.
Which country am I gonna encounter first before?
The main Nephilim homeland of which is the Asimar. They're the Heli. So you'd run into the Heli Island, which are basically the main bad guys in the entire game.
Okay, so I can't actually go there because I'm gonna see.
Probably
That's
not.
the thing is, his backstory is gonna be like he swam in a direction and got lost,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna end up in a country and then walk somewhere because he's lost and trying to find a way.
I mean, theoretically, if he just continues to swim, he could end up in the Tabaxi lands.
Is it a lot more safer?
Well, I mean, they won't outright try and kill him or turn him into turtle soup.
I'll take it.
Gods. Why is it that people only want to text and message me right when D&D starts? I make it pretty damn clear that, hey, I'm going to be busy during this time, but no one ever cares. Alright, Fraz, I got a hard question for you.
And I guess I'll answer for it.
I got, pick a color. I've got black, I've got blue, I've got white, green, orange, red. Yeah.
Mix white and red.
I'll go with white.
I said mix.
Yeah, but I don't feel like opening 2 dice bags.
Oh,
Alright, I get to use my new dice tonight. Well, one of my sets of new dice. The white dragon. Alright. Well, I mean, hey, that's the most pro. Is it silver or is it white dragons that like adventures? I can never remember.
don't ask me. I can't remember either.
I don't use dragons very often in my campaigns, so. But the dice is pretty. I like the color of it. There we go, camera. Get a real nice close up of that really blurry dice. Alright. Let me add everyone. Pre-show has started. Oh man. Let me see. Welcome, Tren. Well, fuck you too then.
Machina is out of commission currently.
So is Aaron.
Uh, I am technically cursed, so Machina doesn't want to go back down there.
Can't blame him. I mean, Tren sealed him with nothing but zombies and dead people.
Oh, that's fun.
Uh-huh. I thought you'd really enjoy this part, Tren.
I'm sure I will.
Fighting zombies with your bare fist? What could possibly go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
Damn right.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
I got gaseous form as a free spell. That's good. That's free, like I get it for free, like prepare it for.
Nice.
I am invulnerable.
Well, you like to think
To
so.
a lot of things, physical stuff.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll fix that real quick.
Stab the gas.
Yep.
Vacuum sword.
No, it's you need the wand of orcas, Tren.
The wand of orcas. Did you add that?
I was almost tempted to. I will admit that was funnier than shit. I was like, that'd be a really fun staff for like water magic. Make create water interesting. Mm. So I finally finished studying today, and I'm really pissed because the teacher made it sound so much more difficult than it actually was. The truth be told, there's like maybe 4 or 5 formulas, and the rest is just memorizing a bunch of terms, which we get 1 page of notes anyway, so it makes it a piece of cake. Tren, this is my advice to you when you get to college. No matter how easy or hard the quiz is, as long as it's not online, always ask if you're allowed notes. And if it doesn't specify in the syllabus that there are no notes, you always ask. And put on the sweetest smile you can possibly pull to see if you can get the teacher to do it, because that's how it works out for me. Either that or they're so creeped out they just say yes, so I'll stop smiling.
Yeah,
I don't mind
they
that.
just do that. So you
Well, thanks, Tren. You're an asshole. Speaking of which, I want to try out my new dice tower. I've never used one of these.
How
so
does being
you're
an
gonna put them
asshole
in your.
equate to dice towers?
I
He's
don't
gonna
know.
put them in his ass.
Oh my god, this dice tower is terrible. It's not rolling. Fuck you, Fres. It's not rolling anything above a 10. Oh my god, I've rolled every number but a 10. Or under a 10.
Okay, I was gonna say because that doesn't sound that bad.
No, it's like ones and twos. Okay, I don't like this dice tower. Trent, do you want a dice tower?
No, I'm good.
You sure? It's free.
I'm good. See, you say that, but it's gonna eventually roll you a 20, and you're gonna be like, I love this dice tower. Like, it's
No.
gonna roll you 2 20s in a row.
Isn't dice tower supposed to be used only when you're rolling a shit?
Yeah, it helps with it. Okay, there we go. That's what my
Don't
dice
understand
tower.
how.
Well, it basically makes it easier than having to roll it in your own hand.
Yeah,
It keeps it all
and
under control.
so that they don't also fall down the table and shit.
Yeah, and it has a dice tray attached typically, so which is basically for this it's a piece of cardboard. But I like rolling my dice.
Just
Okay,
use a tray.
Fraz, you may have picked a good dice for you lot, 'cause I'm not rolling above a 10 with this dice.
No, I said white or red.
You said
You
white
picked
and
white.
red. Well,
Yeah.
I chose the first one. I didn't think the white dragon would be this bad. Oh, you guys.
Mizna.
Yeah, but I
Crap.
gotta critically fail a lot to pull off a Mizna.
Are you sure though?
There are 2 ways to success in a D&D campaign. Critically fail all the time or critically succeed. One just goes unplanned.
If you critically fail enough times, eventually you shall succeed.
Well, what's the
Gandhi.
story? About the, what was it? The adventurer who went up to try and destroy Grog, the decimator of the North, or something like that. And as he goes to grapple, he rolls a natural one and caresses and hugs the guy. The orc, badass destroyer rolled a natural one to get out of the grapple, and suddenly, next thing you know, is they're married and going back to his parents' house to explain.
Oh yeah, the one where you failed the intimidation check, I think.
No, it's fail grapple, fail intimidation on the orcs.
Ah,
Yep. Oh, there we go. 19. All right, now we're getting better. The dice just needs to be warmed up.
also Tren.
Yes.
I have a feature in my class that's basically kind of sort of like
That's kind of sort of like what?
your sentinel, I think, or
Yeah.
polar. I can use my reaction to deal 1d6 necrotic damage to a creature I can see when it moves into a space within 10 feet.
Basically, he's a death turtle.
Okay. So me just with magic.
Trent,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it
think you
also
could
doesn't
lift anything.
stop them.
Oh, Trent's character.
Yeah.
I was
No.
thinking Trent wearing a turtle shell, like, cause I mean, I was watching Dragon Ball Z Heroes all day, so that was part of my studying.
They were turtle shells in JoJo too.
Well, JoJo's gay, so it doesn't count.
It
Speaking
is
of
gay. What's wrong with
speaking of
that?
gay JoJos, so both the JoJo characters I played as in my CK2 campaign ended up homosexual.
Sounds about right.
However, they're both some of the best commanders I've ever had.
Sounds about right.
And then they both died in battle to guys with less combat ability.
I mean, okay, let me. Jonathan died in a flaming boat.
Now, is that a euphemism for something?
No, it was an actual flaming boat.
Hmm.
His adopted brother killed him in the boat.
That
But
sounds
I
like
was
a
on fire.
euphemism for something.
No, it's not.
Was his brother flaming? This is what you're trying to tell me?
No, he was blonde.
Trent, how does that? How is that? Okay, let's go back to the coronavirus talk. That was more interesting.
Wait,
All
I
right.
just stepped out for a second. What?
So Trent's saying that people who are blonde can't be flaming boats.
Flaming what?
Boats.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Thank you. Watch this back later for as just the beginning. And you will see that's exactly the same shit I said when Trent's like, oh, well, Jonathan's brother was killed in a flaming boat. And I'm like, is that a euphemism for something? Oh, man.
What
Trent,
the
are you
hell?
playing For Honor right now?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains why I hear the clicking.
Just while I'm waiting.
Oh, no worries. Doesn't bother me. It's very quiet. It just happens to catch my attention. Oh, man. God damn this dice. White dragons, I tell you.
Why can a druid animate dead?
It's a force of
Because
life and death.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
nature.
skeletons
Yeah.
are natural. Humans are natural. Mortal creatures are natural beings of nature.
I'll take the explanation.
I mean, that's my only thinking. It's not like we're made of plastic and don't degrade.
Are you sure about that?
Well, Tren, you
Some
might be
people are.
as I say, Tren, you might cause toxic waste, but the rest of us, aren't flaming boats.
What's a flaming boat?
That's what I asked you.
It's not a euphemism.
It is a euphemism. It sounds like a
Yeah.
euphemism.
It's not a euphemism. It's a literal flaming
Also,
boat.
Trent, in case you die, I at least have gentle repose.
Oh, that's nice. So you're gonna bring me back from the dead? Question mark.
No, I'm gonna try to make you not rot so that we can still raise you back from the dead, so someone else
Oh.
can do it.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can be resurrected, basically.
That's nice.
If we find your body in time.
Yeah, I think it's a few days.
10 days.
Yeah. I only remember that because I think what was it?
Oh, no, wait, for the spell itself, I think it's
No.
3 days. I can make
Might
it
be.
last for 10.
I was watching Acquisition Incorporated, and that was a whole mission to revive one of their friends who died choking on slime. And yes, that's a euphemism for something. So I'm upset, Fraz, because you can't go out of your house, but yet I've still got school. Yet we have like the most cases of death in a first world country, not more than 2 to 3 hour drive from my house.
Jesus Christ.
We've already had was it I think 9 now deaths in Seattle, Washington. It's only been there for like 3 weeks. So, well, we've got a guy in charge that doesn't believe in science.
Science, yep.
Unfortunately, that's Pence. And we have another guy who's in charge who couldn't tell you, the difference between the coronavirus and the flu, because he believes it's just the flu and that you should still go to work. Now that's fun because the flu kills like 0.1% of the world every year. The coronavirus kills 2%. Is what we're expecting. Now, if you kill 2% of the entire world, you've killed more than most plagues with the current world's population. Now, if you're going by percentile of death to the overall population, actually it's not that bad because the Black Plague killed like a third of the world. Spanish fever, I think, did like an 1/8 or something like that. And yeah, but still, numbers wise, if the coronavirus does get here, we are gonna see the largest mass exodus of people over 60 in ever.
Boomer gone. Boomer gone.
Gone.
Actually, yeah, Gen X will take their place.
My alrighty then.
Yes, that is what your parents are, Tren. They're Gen
Yes,
X.
I know.
Gen X is like the middle ground between millennial and
And
boomer,
boomer.
and the thought process that they are very conservative, but they also are tech savvy to a certain degree.
My dad isn't okay.
Your dad knew how to lock out your internet and make it so you couldn't get around it.
Oh no. He's tech savvy. He's just not conservative.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Does he have a 401k?
He's about yeah,
Then
but
he's conservative, damn it. No millennial would buy into that. We gotta spend our money now because we can't afford to save it. No. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I'm just hoping the virus closed down school soon, because then that means the teachers have to give us the grades we have, and I'm like sitting at B's and A's in all my classes before exams. So I'm like, you know, can we please let's shut down now for Tuesday, preferably. Yeah, man.
yeah, one of the students in my school is getting tested for coronavirus.
Oh, did they? So did they close down for the week?
Nope.
Oh, wow, you're fucked. Trent, you're a carrier. Stay away.
Nope. But my mom does have the flu.
Are you sure it's the flu? Because they're identical.
Yep. Well, we're not getting it tested, so
Fair enough.
too expensive.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was looking at. That's like, okay, like my Oregon, they basically waived all the fees. They stated that, we're gonna just waive all these fees. But then they announced like a week later saying, we have a problem. So we can waive your fees, but we can't actually test all of you. We'd be overwhelmed. And it's like, okay, so what do we do if we're sick? Stay home, and we'll eventually get to you. Here's a
Sounds about
number.
right.
You're number 1020 and 24. We're serving now number 5. We'll get to you. If you're over the age of 60, well, we wish you luck. And that's pretty much how it's being treated. So, Fraz, if you've ever been curious about the state of America, that should sum it up for you. Now you know why I want to move to Canada.
Yep.
Oh, man. Specifically Victoria, just because it's beautiful to watch planes land on the water and gas up a gas station in the middle of the ocean.
I can reanimate shit too.
I wouldn't
What do you-
reanimate actual shit. I'm gonna be honest. That doesn't
Wait,
sound like a fun time.
I
what
can
class are you?
reanimate beasts or
You're Blood
humanoids.
Hunter, right?
He's
No,
playing a
no,
different
no.
character.
I'm playing a different character because Machina is fucking cursed and
Scarred.
probably doesn't wanna. No, not scarred. He's cursed. He doesn't want to go back
Well,
there.
so what do you want? What are you playing now?
Circle of Spores Druid.
Mushroom Druid.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's basically a necrotic druid.
So that means I can call you a fungi, right?
Yeah. I got 4 people with me. They're mariachi band.
There's a
least-
mariachi.
At least you're going by that and not the other fucking concept. I swear to God, if you start giving them the names of Italian inventors and artists and such, I'm going to punch you, Fraz.
I'm
I
still
will
gonna call myself
punch.
Splinter though.
I will punch your midget ass. All right. I will
No,
come
no,
up to Canada.
I got no other fucking names to think of. All right, so it's gonna be the Splinter.
Just type in names for turtles.
No.
Names for turtles.
Here,
You-
you know what, Fraz? I'll do it for you. Turtle
I like the
names
Splinter.
5e. All right, what
No,
we got?
I like it. I like a Splinter name because it involves wood, and I am a druid.
It's not gonna be the only thing that involves wood by the end of this,
Mhm.
buddy.
Mhm.
There's so many names.
Doc Mizna.
You could be Doc. That would even be funnier because you're a very crappy doctor who shows up after they're dead.
What's up?
There we
now?
go.
What's
Well,
up,
he's
Tom?
healed, but he's dead.
Wait, did I show you guys the web season video?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I
I
watched that.
didn't watch it, but
That
yes.
I did. Sadly, it was bad. I watched it on the Max, and people were sitting behind me, looking at me like I was insane.
Yeah. Why would you watch something trans fucking sent?
I was really bored and tired from the gym.
Also, it says turtles can cast detect magic twice per day, but I can only cast it once.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That sucks.
No, like in the thing, the square thing.
Mhm.
I'm just
just
saying so you can fix
just
it.
cast it twice.
I didn't make that race. I just literally
Oh,
went into the homebrew thing and found the first one that was actually a turtle and wasn't a dragon turtle, and
okay.
boom. Oh man.
Can I at least call myself Doctor Splendor?
Dr. Splinter.
Fraz.
I like the Splendor part. Okay.
Fraz, I am going to seriously come up there.
I'm not gonna say anything about a certain what do you call it? Italian food. Yeah. I'm not gonna mention.
Fraz.
I'm not gonna mention
A.
anything about that.
A. That's American, based on Italian, kind of like how the taco is American, based on Mexican. B. I swear to God, I am gonna come up to fucking. I almost said Florida. God damn it. Oh man,
Yes,
there's so much wrong.
up to Florida.
Yeah,
To,
there's
up
so much wrong with that sentence. Uh,
DM,
this
go
is.
home. You're drunk.
I wish I was. It's the coronavirus. Oh man,
DM, you have coronavirus. Go home.
is that a euphemism for something?
No, but the burning boat is.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I
Actually,
mean, someone's
I
got
don't
herpes.
know.
And someone
it
got a
might
dick up
actually
the
be
ass.
crabs
So,
because burning.
somebody rubbed into our burning boat.
Someone forgot to use lube, and now they have no feeling. And I'm not saying I am not projecting.
The burning boat.
You know, I'm tempted to send that one to my little sister and say, "Hey, I just found a new term on from a friend of mine. Let me ask you, what do you think this is?"
Ah, Jesus.
Oh, I told you little sister's back with Gringo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to the beach, apparently. What the hell? Oh, that's Snapchat. Yeah, apparently, they're going to the beach in April, so I had to, of course, respond with, "Is he bringing his or his bikini? Because he's got some massive man boobs from the picture I saw."
Christ.
I don't know how happy she's gonna be with that one. I give her boyfriend shit all the time. It's so fun because he's so afraid of me, and I don't know why.
It's the ginger.
It's not like I threaten to, come down to his work and blow up his shop. I mean, I
I'm
would
pretty sure
never
you
do
did.
that. I would never. How dare you? Blowing up a shop takes too much work. It's much easier to set it on fire.
Ah, okay, so that's what you did.
I did not confirm or deny that Fuka is in fact gay for not showing up.
I actually like the lizards. They're cute.
Finally! Speaking of a
Fuka, send
snake.
more pictures of the lizards.
No!
Fuka, send Toe pics of the lizards.
No!
Didn't I send you
No.
a video of a lizard?
No!
You
What
didn't
would be the
send it.
toe pic? What would be the toe pics of a snake?
Snakes don't have feet, Tren.
But toe
Tren,
pic.
you can't send toes if you have no. Snakes are not ambidextrous, man.
Just
You're.
make,
No, let's
just
talk.
make
You are
just
literally
make
training
the
to be a
snake.
doctor and you
Just
don't know
make
the simplest of anatomy questions.
just make the snake grow toes, and the problem
People,
is solved.
if you ever see a man by the name of Tren going and opening up a veterinarian business, do not take your animals.
Grow,
Bring
make a snake,
yourselves.
make a snake, make it grow toes.
Tren, no. Just no.
Toe snake.
So
It
send
has
more
an
snake pics.
individual.
No! The reptile's fucking creepy. Ew.
More snake pics.
I don't get how you guys like that shit. No, they belong outside where they fucking can hunt, eat, and do whatever. I don't
But they're
want to.
adorable.
Yeah, and they also enjoy sizing you up to see if they can eat you.
But they're tiny now.
I don't care.
But they're adorable.
They're not adorable. They're terrifying.
I know the DM's weakness now.
You bring a snake and I will shoot you. And I'm not joking. I will legitimately
No,
shoot
no,
you
I'll
and then
do
the
it
snake.
defensively. I'll do it
No.
defensively.
Fuck you. You are not
If you're
bringing reptiles into my house. No.
no, I'm not gonna bring reptiles into your house. I'm gonna keep reptiles in my house, and then he
Oh,
can't go in my house. And
Yeah, I'll never visit. Ain't no way. Nope. Because not only do those things stink like no other, but they're fucking terrifying. I mean, I'm okay with turtles. I can deal with turtles. I'm not dealing with snakes or fucking lizards.
iguanas, I mean iguanas, aren't they
No,
docile and shit?
they stink. They stink.
Unlike you.
I just because I forgot to take a shower. All right, shut up. And I've had a lot of protein today. But no, ew, no.
Oh
That's
my
why I don't go
god,
with
so
field animals
dramatic.
either. Ferrets, rabbits, all the hamsters, gerbil, all that crap. They're cute to look at, but I don't want them anywhere near me or in the house.
You are so dramatic, dear god.
I am not dramatic, and fuck you coming from
Yes,
you.
you
That is an
are.
insult. You are literally a queen. I don't want to hear it.
Damn straight, but you are dramatic as shit right now.
Well, I've had a lot of coffee, and we've been discussing the coronavirus and how it's, people are dying left and right just 3 hours away from me. So, it's fun. Oh yeah, Fuka, how does it feel to have the guy who was mayor of your city drop out of the political race?
Not my city.
Aren't you
And also
technically
not
part of?
UK person.
Are you not
That's
technically
New
part of the
York
New York
City.
City area? Like how I'm in
No.
technically Gresham, but it's Portland Metro.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Gerrymandering,
am in the
everybody.
capital of New York, not the city
Wait,
of New
I thought the
York.
capital was New York City.
Basically, every other person in any geography state thinks that New York City is the capital of New York.
Wow. All right, fair enough. Well, to be failed, I failed U.S. geography multiple times in high school. Not my thing. But still, no lizards, no field animals in the house. No
Field
birds
animal.
either.
Bert,
Fucking
what the hell?
no, birds smell, man. I don't. Birds aren't meant to be pets.
Everything and anything smells.
If it ain't a
Really?
dog or it ain't a cat, I don't want it near me.
Dog smell though.
Yeah, but see, dogs are trained and have basically been bred to live alongside
Basically like
humans.
any other animal.
Ferrets, rabbits, birds, lizards,
When they're a
reptiles, all
baby,
are
you
designed to
can
still.
make
They
them.
have not spent the last hundreds of years living side by side with men and being
And
of value. Therefore, they are not meant to be human pets. Leave them in the wild, enjoy their majesticity out there, and
See,
move on.
majesty.
Majesty, thank you. No, those things are disgusting. I don't want it near me. I don't want it at all near me. It's like people who kept telling me about rats. Every girl I've managed to date, well, okay, every girl I've managed to sleep with have always wanted rats, and I don't get it. I don't
Because
know.
they're cute.
They're
and
not.
small.
They are ugly, and they are weird, and they infest your house. No. And in some cases,
There's a
they used
Those
to
are
eat
difference.
rats.
people.
There's a difference between a
Between a mouse
domestic
and a
rat
rat.
and a wild rat. A
I,
domestic rat won't fuck up your house. A
I
wild
don't
rat
believe that.
will.
I don't believe that. I don't want no rats. None of that crap.
I sent DM. I sent it to you on Messenger. You should look at it.
You sent it? I got a message? No, you didn't. I didn't get any message on Messenger. On Facebook Messenger? Yeah, no, nothing's popped up. So, fuck you. And if you text it to me, I don't think it'll actually go through. So, fuck you. Speaking of which, I gotta get up in the morning and go deal with some cold ass reptilians, anyways, that are my group. So I did all the work, and then they tried to take the credit from me. I was so pissed about that. And now I gotta go meet with him to practice for this final project. I'm so excited to be done with this class and not have to suck. Oh crap! Now I just got a video sent on Facebook. I see the notification on my
There
laptop.
we go. Look at it.
No, I don't like reptiles. I told you.
Just
I
look
will
at
go
it.
to a zoo and I will stare at crocodiles, alligators, all that crap. I don't.
Just watch the
No,
30-second
no,
video, you pussy.
no. All right. Last session we left off. The boys who are here got into a real good predicament. Kilxius vanished as per usual. Zopip vanished as per usual, but he felt bad about it. And still feels bad that he couldn't join us tonight, but he is running a charity tonight. And basically, Machina and Agent A spent the rest of their time trying to figure out a way to save Aaron after Aaron decided to rage quit and just say fuck off. To which she went and passed out inside of a cultist house after barring the door and basically going and napping after realizing she hadn't slept in over 24 hours. The rest of the party, Agent A and Machina, decide to continue chasing after the War Drum staff, running into the Knoll Lich that basically took it, and after doing so and getting denied, the staff decide to go back down through a very mysterious hole which had counterspell spikes, which caused them to basically collapse to the ground.
It was Dispel.
Yes, thank you. Dispel. That is correct. As they collapsed, or fell to the ground, they decided to head through the tunnel, finding that they were on the other side of the staircase, breaking open the staircase, letting the zombies crawl through, while Machina climbed on the walls like a giant, oversized spider, while Agent A rode on his back.
Da-da-dun. Da-da-dun.
Machina decided he was so done with the situation that he basically told the zombies to go fuck themselves and crawled his way all the way back up the staircase after working hard to get down here to save Aaron and just went back up all to the top. And that's where we will leave them for a moment. Tonight, special event, minus our great, well, actually I had a special event planned, but I can't do it because not everyone's here. Minus that, we're actually going to jump over to Aaron to start out the session. So, Aaron, as you finally awaken after about 6 hours of sleep, hearing the continuous pounding, groans, moans, it's a normal Saturday night for you. You find yourself in what looks to be pitch blackness, falling asleep on a really crappy bed made of really torn cloth, barely broken up, or barely well designed, or barely designed wood. And as you're starting to wake up, suddenly what stands before you is a little white dragon.
DM, completely forgot.
Oh,
Just to remind you, some kind of saving throw.
yes, I remember. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. So, Aaron, as you awaken, you see before you a little white dragon in the room that seems to almost have light emanating from it.
It's just chilling there.
It is standing there staring at you. From what you can gather, it's about 2 feet tall.
2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a little cutie? You're a little cutie. Look at you. Look at you.
In
So,
before it's sentient.
as the creature just kind of stands there and you kind of get down to nuzzle, you realize the creature doesn't seem to even acknowledge your hand. As it starts to speak in a deep, booming voice, which the DM can't do because he's been drinking lots of coffee, it begins to offer you a sort of dreamlike state as all around you suddenly kind of vanishes and turns into what looks to be a giant screen. You see around you the cultists from earlier that were praying to that rock, just suddenly getting cut down in the most gruesome ways. Theirs being slaughtered. Some crumbling to ash, some combusting, and others seeming to melt into ooze, but all screaming in pain. Suddenly the vision will change. as the dragon begins to offer you a vision of revenge. You will see the prospering nation of the elven of the elven king's lands slowly burning and crumbling to the ground as you see the feasting emperor's crown melting upon his head and him in agonizing gruesome pain. Next, it pops over to again another dream. You will see the visions of Dragon's Gate, but expanded, with merchants coming in and out with massive carts, people walking around with gemstones, looking very wealthy and comfortable. Not a single citizen looks to be impoverished. The garrisons are full, the walls are massive and expanded out. Dragon's Gate becomes easily 4 times the size it is now. And all the walls themselves are pulsing with a red energy. And finally, the last dream comes. You'll see visions of yourself going through childbirth. At
Okay.
first, although the pain is obvious in your face, as time moves on rather rapidly, you see yourself then later sitting at your throne holding 2 twin sons. As time continues to push forward, it shows you training them as they grow, while they learn both magic and your fighting ability from the best tutors available.
Dildo.
And your son, eventually, with yourself sitting on a little side chair as your sons take over the throne of a prospering kingdom as you grow old and eventually pass away happy. He offers all this and more in return, that all he asks is for your loyalty. He gives you his name as Rey Plastes. And as he says this last part, you suddenly see the dragon once again, but while you see this dragon is so small, but slowly seems to be getting closer and closer to you. And it's growing larger and larger the closer it gets, as this form starts to look almost to the size of an ancient white dragon. Do you take the offer of power in exchange for absolute loyalty, or do you turn it down?
Fuck the gods.
What use would you have of me?
The creature stays silent. As you state this, though, you suddenly also feel something kind of almost as behind your back, something very lumpy.
Okay, I want to see what's the lumpy thing.
As you turn
Boobs.
around to look, you see all of your gear, Agene's gear and Machina's gear, right behind you. And again, the creature speaks in a booming voice. All this and more in exchange for absolute loyalty. For I am not a god, but an entity of the mortal realm.
You know what? I did say fuck the gods.
Yeah, and this could definitely be fucking the gods.
This isn't the first time Trent's been offered something like this.
This isn't. Okay, I'll take it. I want my stuff back. And I want this to work. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Alright, as you swear absolute loyalty before the creature kneeling to it, the dream state kind of vanishes. You find yourself back on that really crappy bed, missing the feeling of the dreamlike state you were in. And you feel as you kind of feel the lumpy bed, it's gotten worse. And as you kind of look underneath, you see your halberd, all of your gear, and all of Agene's and Machina's just lying underneath there.
Oh, yes.
You can also feel something of a tense anger coming from very far below.
Oh, yeah, I love that part too.
You can continuously hear the zombies and the groans as the door is being smacked upon.
I'm guessing I don't have. Wait, how much health do I have left? Let's see.
You basically got a full rest, so you're welcome to add that.
Oh, okay. Long rest. Not reset maximum HP. There we go.
You also find in this little grouping of equipment is a little ring with a blue diamond on it.
Ooh,
It's not for you.
it's not for me.
It is engraved with your name on it.
It's not for you.
I think it's for me, Froze.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna put it on.
You feel that obviously this must be for Agent A. Um, as we all know, Agent A is the prettiest one of the group and deserves the fine jewelry.
Ah, yes, the turtle.
You're not wrong.
Excuse
um,
me, I'm pretty too, damn it.
says
In
has
what
been
way?
mistaken for a man for the last couple of years.
I've been wearing armor. It hides me.
Uh huh.
You don't wear heels. You don't strut. Shut up.
Beats goblins like a man. Um,
Well, more like they beat me, but
that's
whatever.
true. So as you do you put on the ring?
Yeah, I put on the ring. Do I have to take off my ring of greed
No.
to
You
put it back
have
on?
10
You have
fingers.
10 fingers.
I
Jesus
know. It's just
Christ.
I know this.
No, I'm not gonna make you. So as you put on this ring, assumedly you've grabbed up all of Agent A and Machina stuff, correct?
Of course. Why would I just leave it? I mean, yeah, no, I'll take it.
Suddenly you find yourself sitting inside of a tavern, as a blue light emanates, and as soon as it starts to dissipate again, you find yourself in this nice, cozy little tavern. The ring seems to dissolve off your finger, and you're just sitting there. A young elven woman comes up to you and starts speaking to you in Elvish. I assume you speak Elvish.
I speak Dwarvish and Gnomish.
She looks
I'm
at
just.
you, waiting for a response.
Hey, lady. I don't know what you're saying.
What are you speaking in?
Common.
I'm gonna say, please say Dwarvish. That'd be funnier. She puts on her beard. Oh yeah, no, no. So she looks at you and says, "Oh, my apologies. I was saying that I'm delighted to have you at my inn, Your Highness. My name is Alluvia."
Nice to meet you, Livia.
She
Uh,
she nods and says, "Yes, I believe you hired. I want to thank you for hiring on one of my future husband for a job, apparently."
who did I hire?
She looks at you. She says, "Oh, you don't know his name?"
No.
She
I'm.
goes, "Dolkin Helmshaper. He was hired by your advisor. I believe his name is Zelm."
Yes.
She goes, "Well, meal's on the house, and I'll get you a drink," and kind of walks off. You can see the other patrons in there. Most of them are dwarves that have been working on the walls and building up everything.
I'm like, hi guys. How's it going?
Most of them give you a curt nod, giving a bit of a dwarvish salute.
I like this.
Um, the lady comes out, brings you, drops off a massive tankard of the darkest ale you've ever seen, and then sits down. What looks to be some sort of meat stew. You're not sure if it's deer or elk. Could be a number of things, but it's very delightful.
I want to inhale it all.
As you choke down the entire thing, you realize there was a bone in there, and as the dwarven patrons watch you basically swallow the bone whole, they are amazed. One of them even has the audacity to come up to you and say, "Your Highness, I would be honored if you would." And he pulls out a big pouch of gold coins and sets on the table. Could you do that again? And jumping over at Agent A and mocking
Dear God.
Making bank, boys. Making bank.
Coffee just went up my nose. Fuck. Oh
That's
man.
completely your fucking fault.
Oh, that
Why'd
was
you
funny.
fucking do that?
That was funny. I mean, it was part of the campaign.
Yeah, sure it is. Sure it
Ow.
is.
To be fair, I did the same thing to Dolkin recently. All right. It's fun to fuck with the characters who are fighters. All right. So Machina and Agent A, as you come up to finally get to the surface, climbing through everything, watching the basically slaughter that was the first floor of the dungeon, making it up to the main floor of John Doe's old spider tunnels. God, there's a voice crack. Um, yep. Uh, you see the dwarven guards are still standing there, and the Vargas that they had killed are still laying on the ground, dead. And Jimmy is still laying there, dead. Little Timmy,
Who's Jimmy again?
Timmy's brother. Timmy being the
Who?
fat, Timmy being the fat soldier
One
that
where
got
we got
thrown.
killed.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Neutron? Question mark.
No, Timmy was the fat guard that got thrown at a bunch of zombies to protect the others.
No, I know. I just heard Jimmy, so I immediately
Mm-hmm.
thought Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy was his little brother that died fighting Barghast while these guys were basically let them pass.
God, what is their family name?
You'll never know now.
They're dead. You can't know.
They're all dead.
Well, you don't know that. All right.
No.
So yeah,
I
Machina and Agent A, as you finally make it into the spider tunnels, that have become like the general name for the underground city. The guards look at you kind of aghast as you're walking out in your small cloths, and one of them, the snotty one that gave you crap last time, looks at you and says, "Well, I can't say that's not a better look for you.
Shut the fuck up.
I hear
You want me to slide you down the goddamn stairs?
I'd like to see you try there, big fella. Looks to me you've seen better days."
Christ.
And he's like, I don't know that. I don't know who that person is, but I can tell you right here and now, I guarantee you don't want to tussle with a dwarf in full plate and with a halberd.
Who the fuck uses tussle anymore?
He looks at Agent A and says, "Your mother every time I come over. Now, how would you like to move on, or are you gonna just stand there with the door open?"
Last time I checked, my mother was a man, so
Ooh.
That's a big yikes there, Chief. Not gonna lie.
And he still rolls in the hay just like the young ladies. All right.
I'll make sure your mother knows that.
He goes, "Well, given the fact that you're from Unit 34, you should know she's dead as she was serving up on the wall with you lot.
Exactly.
Ya bastards. Unit 34, the most useless soldiers I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Can't compare to us dwarves."
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Just at him some more. I want him to get angry because of the
Yeah.
Oh, he is smiling with the biggest of smiles.
uh, I'd like to temporarily retire Machina. He's just gonna stay at an inn until everything blows over.
Okay, and Agent A, what's your plan?
Mm, I guess. Well, I don't know. Probably just to retire and
Really? Okay.
either. No, no, wait. Let me
Not
see.
that kind of retire.
No.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I thought you meant like retire like Machina. Okay, you're like referring to retiring for the
no,
evening.
No, I said
Yeah.
temporarily.
Yeah.
Until
well,
this quest
for
is done.
him, yeah, but I'm just gonna probably look for stuff around town. Probably something worth the value.
Okay. So as Machina and Agent A, as you guys head up, Machina explaining that he's gonna be heading back to one of the inns, seeing a inn with a crow and two lightning bolts on it. Heading
Storm
over there.
Crow.
Exactly. Heading that way, you can see that there are a few vendors in that general direction, but there are vendors all over town. It kind of depends what you're looking for, Agent A. You do notice that where Machina is heading, there seems to be a lot of dwarves, particularly a lot of dwarven males, that are standing around the entrance to that inn, watching and hooting and hollering.
Oh boy.
Inhale the soup.
Something about a bone swallowing contest.
I call
Are you guys making
Machina's.
an R there?
Wait.
What was
Oh,
that?
wait, is Machina's going in
Yeah,
there? Well,
Machina is
Machina
heading
already
that
retired.
general direction.
Ah. Is
Are
there
they missing
anything
an
else worth
R in
note?
that contest?
Say again, Machina?
Are they missing an R in that contest? Bone
Nope.
drinking?
Nope. Funny try there. Agent A?
Is there anything else worth? Well, I might as well get going to there and
Hmm?
see what's going on.
Okay. So as you and Machina head that way, Machina kind of just shoves through the crowd, ignoring everything, the blood and splatter of undead all over his face and body, and the just general look of just annoyance. I was about to say something really bad as I was reading a message. Um, that would have been a stream fail. And as Machina just kind of heads up and retires, Agent A, you can see what looks to be Aaron in her full plate and with her halberd and her knot tied around her neck, and all of her other gear, as well as a big sack of what looks to be other gear sitting on the bench beside her, as she is swallowing bones in single bites, with dwarves all around her placing gold on the table.
Can I roll stealth?
Yes, you can.
Are you gonna do a Heimlich maneuver on her?
She's probably got more con than he does, or than the rest of the party does. You just hear the chanting, "Swallow that bone! Swallow
30.
You hear
that!"
the whirring of a vacuum in the background.
As you as you suddenly kind of push out back out of the crowd, you start to vanish. You notice most of the crowd wasn't looking at you to begin with, to be fair.
Oh,
And
I know.
as you're fully stealth, no one seems to notice you whatsoever.
And just as a precautionary measure, I'm gonna cantrip camouflage. And does Aaron look to be in any sort of pain, or no? She's just enjoying the time of her life.
It looks like she's making a lot of gold right now, and this isn't
Does
the most heinous thing you've caught her doing.
Money, 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 money.
I'm gonna see if I can pickpocket people.
Oh my
Pickpocket.
god!
See if there's any worth of value, and then replace it with like a utensil.
Okay, give me some sleight of hand check. Give me 4 sleight of hand checks. As Agent A starts pickpocketing people, Doc Splint, I'm just gonna call Doc from here on out.
That's
Uh,
good enough.
you come
What's
through the
up, Doc?
gates. Jesus, 12 for a sleight of hand? Fucking Christ. So as you come through the gates of this giant city, you see that many of the walls are made of these giant red oak looking trees. Walking through, you see many dwarves, dragonborn, all races. Other than the dwarves, many of these races don't look familiar to you. You've never seen these species before. Besides your just recent traveling, you have not seen many of these species, even on the open sea. Um, as you walk through, it seems that the first inn you come across on your right, which is right at the entrance to the outer gates, is this massive crowd of dwarves. And I'm not joking, this is actually how the city was originally laid out. A massive crowd of dwarves seeming to chant "Swallow that bone" very loudly in what sounds like a very rough dwarvish language. If you do speak dwarvish, Doc, this is going to be a little
Uh,
more grunting, a little rougher sounding compared to what you would understand, but you'd be able to get enough of it.
I'm just gonna tap one guy, one dwarf on the shoulder and just like ask, my friend, what's happening here?
Are you speaking common?
Common, yeah.
The man looks. He says, "You got a rough sounding tongue there, buddy boy. I haven't seen your lot around here."
Probably a physical thing, different tongues and all that.
Uh, Speaking of tongues, swallow that bone. As he tosses a gold coin into the crowd.
I look at what he tossed it to.
You see what looks to be maybe a human male, maybe a human female. She looks Nordic, or like a Nord to you. And she is literally downing bones of meat, like full on legs coming. She's just swallowing. At this
Just the
point, you've
bones?
counted 3. No, they seem to have some meat on them.
Okay. I'm just gonna cheer it on.
The man just kind of nods. All right. Agent A, what'd you score?
It's in
Okay.
chat.
I can see that. Alright, Agent A, let's see what you find.
What's behind pocket number 1?
First pocket, you find yourself digging through the pocket of a very young elvish waitress by the looks of it. And as you do so, you pull out what looks to be a very
A ring.
well drawn design of a very dark dwarf with a very short beard. He looks rather young and rather overall happy, but very chubby.
I
Okay.
slip that one back.
After patting it back into the back pocket, realizing you've just cupped the ass of a young elven maiden, Moving over to the dwarves, you realize they don't smell nearly as pleasant overall, as these men are very hardworking, mostly of them masons, and they smell like very rough rock and sweat, and a lot of booze. You find on this one about 20 gold worth of gems, sitting in this guy's back pocket.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with them? You gonna put them
Are
back?
you?
Keep
Yeah.
them?
I'm keeping it.
As you kind of smack his ass. Man doesn't even seem to notice as he is too enveloped. After that, the next three, you seem to just find general tools. Small working hammers, some nails, nothing, and a couple of gold coins here and there, but nothing really worth of value.
Don't
Yeah,
steal the
keep the
tools.
gold. I keep the coins.
All right, you managed to
I'm gonna
pocket.
see.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to. How many people is there total?
In the crowd,
Basically.
from the rough count, now including what you see as a giant turtle, standing out on the outskirts, there's about 31.
Did you add the 4 that the other people I went with?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I did not.
Okay, so it's 35 then.
That's correct.
Okay. And where am I exactly?
You're roughly at this point in the middle of the crowd, kind of a little in front of the doorway, as that's where
I'm
the
gonna
crowd is
pickpocket
thickest.
more people.
I feel like you're just doing this to burn time. Alright, go ahead and give me some more rolls on that. Another 3, please. Aaron, coming back to you. You can see that you've now developed a massive crowd as you've now swallowed down about 7 pounds of meat easily. And they
She
just.
had. I'm
Yes?
just gonna tell you, she has a bag of holding in her stomach.
You hear a very rough version of Common yelling out at you. What do you wish to do?
Swallow more bones.
Wait,
You've
how's
met
she doing?
fine overall. Her con is naturally high enough not to have an issue with this.
Alright.
Um, as she's raised about 40 gold pieces, most of these workers' main gold from the day. All right. As agent, you can see, or as Agent A continues to work his way through, Agent A, you managed to find roughly. The only other thing that comes of interest, other than about another 12 pieces of gold, is you find a deck of cards in a man's back pocket.
Ah, shit.
Take it.
Do you want to keep it, Agent A, or?
You know, you could just cast Identify
Yes,
if
he
you have
could.
it.
Repeat that.
I said,
Check Arcana.
so you got about 12 pieces of gold, and then you managed to also. The only other thing you found of note, was a deck of cards in the back of one of the older mason's pockets.
I'm gonna hold on to the deck of cards and the gold.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Let's see, what can I do with it? I'm gonna use identify.
Are you gonna cast Identify on it?
Isn't it a cantrip? I think it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Congratulations. This is a deck of cards.
Just a plain deck card.
Yep, it's plain deck of playing cards.
Okay
You
then.
start to realize the stupidity in thinking that a regular old
No,
mason
no,
would
no,
carry a
no.
deck of cards that was of any value.
You know what? I'm gonna go out the pub
Mm-hmm.
and set up a stand saying, "Hello, who wants to play 21?" And use charisma
Mm-hmm.
as charisma, and try and roll performance and deception
Are you gonna
to
check
And
the
attract
sleight
a
of
people out?
crowd.
and sleight of
Okay.
hand. Make sure you cheat.
All right,
Rig it.
Oh
Fuka.
go ahead and
Yeah.
roll for it.
Make sure you rig it, Fuka. Ain't no one winning this.
All right, Aaron, as you continue swallowing more bones, one of the guys tosses onto the thing a couple of chocolates and what looks to be a mint. Very old dwarven mason seems to do that. Looks almost like a grandfather of equivalent age.
22 and 24.
All right. Some man finds it, starts laughing hysterically.
That was a woman.
Oh, oops.
Some man starts laughing hysterically.
All right. So yeah, Aaron. Other than that, you've now managed to get up to 40 gold pieces, and it seems that no one else is tossing gold anymore. 40 gold
Alright.
pieces, 2 wrapped chocolates, and a mint.
Alrighty.
Are they rotten chocolate?
They're chocolate. It's just wrapped candy.
Alright, I think I'll call it there then, and I'll start picking up the gold, all my hard-earned coin and stuff, and mints and chocolates and thingamabobs.
Okay. As you do so, you find that your pockets are a little lighter. You no
It's fine.
longer.
She got 30.
No, it's not your gold that's missing.
Deck of cards.
Give me a general perception check, Aaron.
I'm good at perception checks.
I would hope so.
14 plus 7.
21.
Linty is gone.
Please.
I need to find Linty. Where did Linty go? Who has Linty DM?
Linty is gone.
Who has Linty?
You have no idea. You
I am
don't
going
see it.
to start bawling and screaming, Linty.
The dwarves look at you kind of now awkwardly, like you're nuts, and start going out to where Agent A is putting on a card show and start tossing gold coins down.
I'm staying and looking at the fucking tantrum.
Alright, you watch what is supposed to be, according to what you could hear from some of the shouts, a queen crying, screaming, and yelling about a Linty.
So, Miss Royalty, what's Linty?
Did you take my fucking Linty?
I have no idea what Linty is. I'm asking what Linty is.
It's my pet.
What kind of pet is it?
It's a ball of lint.
It's a ball of lint. It's a ball of lint.
You don't know what lint is. You've never heard of lint.
What's lint?
Lint.
Yeah, what's lint?
How do you describe lint?
Good question. Why don't you Google that one, Trent?
Let's see.
Or quickly come up with a creative way to tell it to this giant turtle with his 4 fellow friends.
Short, fine fibers that separate from the surface of cloth or yarn, especially
Too big
during
of words. Dumb it
processing.
down.
No, I have 12 intelligence. I can probably understand that.
Yeah, but just Aaron.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I got 13 intelligence.
Oh.
So smaller words.
Little bits of fabric that roll up in a ball or something in your clothes, from your clothes.
Oh, it's a dust bunny. But
There
like
you go. That's a
clothes.
good equivalent, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the crowd shouts out, I won! And then another guy seems to shout, I lost 5 gold pieces again!
So wait,
And-
how many gold pieces did I earn?
You've
from,
earned
like,
so
seeing
far
it?
12 right now. Oh, like from your pickpocketing?
Yeah.
Earlier it was 12 and 7.
Oh, wait, I gotta add 40 gold pieces to my...
So 12, 7, and I think you said 20 at one point?
No, now it's 5. You've just added on.
Okay.
Another guy lost as he loses cards, picking something that doesn't make any sense, and you're still confused on how he managed to track that in
Can
the
I
whole game.
roll deception to see if someone can up their ante, like, let's say,
by making them
light?
salty.
Not
Like,
salty.
I'm sure you
Like
can't
by
do
them
this.
having them sell something that is precious to them?
Oh, someone bet
Ah.
something? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
How about this, Miss Queen? I'm currently traveling the world just to find my way back home. And how about I help you in your little quest in exchange for a little,
18.
So what? What do you want?
uh, pocket money to go back home,
Sure,
public transport.
sure, okay. If you can help me find Linty, I will give you money to go back home. The quest for
Got it.
Linty begins.
And just like that, I'm in the fucking party.
Exactly.
Okay. One of the guys places down some obsidian, Agent A, like a chunk of
Okay.
obsidian. And another. I'm checking something real quick just to make sure this is actually in. This might not be in D&D Beyond. Let me look to confirm. There we go. Is this actually what I think it is? Oh, give me this. One sec. Yes. Okay. And another one puts down a potion.
Can I roll
Can I
this?
ask what is that potion?
Man goes, as he kind of looks very drunk, goes, it's something I use on my wife all the time.
Sleeping potion.
Is it a sleeping potion?
No,
Potion
no,
of invisibility.
no.
Or
Potion of
is it a
charm.
potion that enhances your sexual ability?
It's a potion that a wizard gave me. Now, I've anteed up. You put up the 20 gold,
Okay.
and he rolls.
Can I roll perception to
It
see
rolls
if
a
Linty's
natural
anywhere?
1.
Oh my god,
Thank you for
Jesus
doing
Christ.
business.
He
Have a
picks
good
a
day.
card that's from the deck, not realizing how to play. So this potion, it's a red potion, or has red liquid in it that continuously contracts a tiny bead. So you see a little tiny bead in it floating around.
Uh-huh.
And then this bead expands into what looks to be a clear colored liquid on top of the red.
Identify, that's it. Just fucking tell us. I'm curious now what the
Well,
hell that
unfortunately, you're not near it, and you're talking to the queen as she's trying to explain what lint
is.
is. Also, Aaron, you see that there are 4 individuals that have been following this giant turtle around.
What's with the
And they are
posse?
silent.
What are they? Are
They're
they just other turtles, or are they just other
no,
turtles? Like I don't like DM didn't say. You just said people.
They
no.
look like humanoid figures. They're roughly about human sized. That's all you can tell is they're dressed in very thick cloaks.
What's with the posse?
Well, they're my friends.
Okay.
They really can't live without me, pretty much.
And they
You must be
smell
very.
they smell very earthy from where you're standing. The whole group.
They need to do better at washing. God, they reek.
Unlike you, yeah.
Who is there's literally grease dripped down her Aaron's chin. She smells very thick of chicken and meat.
Good lord.
Agent A, did you cast Identify on the
I did.
Alright.
Can I roll perception and see if Linty's anywhere near us?
Yeah, sure.
Linty.
Let me add this to your inventory. Fuka.
14 plus 9, 23.
So from what Aaron described, you don't see anything.
Well, Lint is not here, so
Alright, Fuka is added to your inventory. You can refresh now.
you smell that? That's a
That-
smell of bullshit.
That's Aaron sniveling and crying.
I
Alright.
wish to sound like the Nazgul.
She suddenly screams like as if she is dying while constipated and getting scurried all at the same time.
Lord, this is your queen?
One of the dwarves looks at her and says, Aye, we didn't really get a chance for an election. She showed up, she killed the dragon, she's queen.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. And the obsidian?
The obsidian is just an obsidian chunk.
Mm.
That costs money. Huh.
Yes, it does. Obsidian isn't common.
So did they lose it or did I
Yes.
obtain it? Oh,
Yes, they
I
lost
won
it.
it.
Yeah.
Volcano
Can I up the
glass.
ante again?
One of the dwarves, a very rich merchant, walks up and says, "Oh, I'll play your game." Roll deception against
Wait,
his perception.
hang on. I want to both roll deception and arcana. So I'm gonna roll deception first and then arcana.
Okay.
Magic.
Let's see.
I got a 27 versus deception.
All right, and as you start tossing out the cards, he puts down about 30 gold coins and picks the wrong card. And he says, "Ah, man, with age comes many issues. Let's dole it
And I
out
got
again."
14 for arcana.
He does have a strong magical presence, but he's not casting anything.
I'm going to
Alexius.
let that be and just like give him like the what is it, the gambler smile, like
Mhm.
like
Yep.
oh thank you for playing.
Alexius says, I got another here," and he sets down a scroll in front of you as well as another potion.
Customer service
What
smile.
is
There we go.
okay? What do they look like?
You want? Oh, you want to look? Well, the scroll just looks like a really crumpled up old skull. A skull.
May I ask about
Skull.
it?
He looks at it. He says, it's just a scroll. It's a spell scroll. Something
Sir,
I won
this is
off
a
an old
place
man.
of business. I need to know what I'm doing, what I'm betting
And I'll tell
against.
you, it's worth over 2,000 gold pieces if you've got a problem.
I
Does
don't.
he have 2,000 gold pieces?
He looks. He
And what
says,
does?
and the other one's a potion of speed, which is very obvious after looking at it.
Okay. And does he have any more snarky rich bastard comments?
Mm-mm. He's
Okay.
just waiting for you to toss up the cards. Oh
Okay.
shit!
When's it?
it went into my coffee. Well, okay. Let me
Coffee rolls don't count.
Well, good thing, because it rolled a natural one when it flew into the top.
Damn. Okay,
You should have said
that's what I
coffee.
rolled for
You should have said
deception.
coffee rolls count.
Wow, ouch. Okay, what'd you roll? Another
It's on the
27. God damn. He barely beat him this time. Alright, as he looks at you, he says, he picks the card, he starts looking, and he's getting you real nervous as he's looking at the cards, and as he's about to pick the right one, he goes, "This one," and he points the one right to the left of it, and
what?
it's the wrong
Repeat
card.
that again. I'm sorry.
He
As he
picked the wrong card.
as he starts to
Okay.
look at the main one, as he's about to pick it, he moves his finger over and points the one to the left of it and gets it wrong.
Is he doing this on purpose?
Give me a perception check or an
Wouldn't
insight
be
check.
insight. Yeah.
Perception to see if he's actually moving himself or if he's actually changing his mind on like last minute via body language. Insight to tell if he's sure insight.
Insight.
That is an 18. You can't tell.
Okay.
But the man looks at you and says, good game, good game. I'm out. I've got nothing left on me, so I'll have.
Thank you. Have a
I'll
good day.
I'll see you later.
I give him more. I give a customer service smile and hopes that he'll leave. Never.
He does leave, and the other dwarfs seem to follow him off.
Okay. What physical description did he have before
He,
he
o-
left?
old beard or old dwarf with a long gray, very well
Any
groomed gray
sigil?
beard. He did not, but he was carrying as you look, or as he was walking around. He was in nobleman's clothing. He had a gold chain that was going down his neck, and on the chain's centerpiece was the symbol of a miner's guild, as it basically looks like a miner's pick breaking apart a rock, which is very common
Oh.
amongst dwarven miners' guilds to use as a generalized symbol because it's cheap to make that symbol.
Oh yeah, I made a miner's guild.
And
Didn't
what
I?
was his
hmm
color? What was the clothing of nobleman's colors he was wearing?
Most of what he was wearing was red.
No other distinct colors.
Not really. Most it was a predominantly mix of different reds.
Oh, I'm about to go into fucking detail because I know he's gonna be an asshole later. Okay then.
No, he's just gonna be a gambler. That's gonna be your entire arc with them.
That moment the DM doesn't plan for an NPC to become the main point of the game, but now he suddenly
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's how 10x ended up coming into
But
position.
yeah, I think is that everyone that's there, or does anyone actually
Yeah,
want to gamble?
most of the other dwarves seem to dissipate as the older dwarf takes off, and they seem to follow. Most of the crowd follows off with him back to the walls.
Okay then. I just start closing up shop and taking all my gold
As you
and
do,
the items I found.
the elven waitress from earlier is standing there with her hand out and the other hand on her hip.
I give it a high five.
She looks and says, "No, no, no. You run in front of my shop. You pay for the maintenance or the fee.
The thing that our queen did, I didn't
No,
do no such thing.
running cards in front of my shop without my permission, I take a piece. Now hand over what you made, at least half."
Can I be a frugal bitch and try to downplay? Well, not downplay her intelligence
Haggle.
or anything.
Haggle.
Haggle, that's the word. Haggle the price rate.
Sure. What do you want to say to her?
Let me first roll a good old deception.
No, I
Not
mean
persuasion?
it's persuasion.
Persuasion?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're asking her to put
She
down
knows how
price.
much
Yeah.
you made. You're trying to get a different price tag.
Alright. $13.
God
Damn.
damn you.
No.
Charisma. Fucking bards in their charisma. Well, at least not trying to seduce a dragon. Um,
Yep.
alright. So, as you start speaking to her, she looks at you and says, "No, no. Half.
Or
Or I'll call the guards on you and have you kicked out of here. I don't care what the queen says. She doesn't run things these days.
oh, I know that.
Now, I want my gold. I've got a husband to pay for."
Fucking hell, a wife paying for the husband?
She looks back
That's
at
a first.
the dock splint and says, "Hush, you."
Oh, wow. Now I can see why.
Okay.
She
And
looks
how
back
much
at Doc
gold did I
Splint,
make?
ignoring Agent A for a second, and says, "I will come in there and I will beat the shell off you. Now, shush."
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
say so.
Yes, mother.
She whispers under her breath, "You too ugly to be my child." Now, as I was saying,
The
I
correct
will.
response is mommy, by the way, friends. The correct response is mommy.
No.
I will be taking at least 15 gold pieces that you made.
Just give her the gold.
Give her the goddamn potions.
I'm not. I
Give her the
said
gold.
gold. I'm not giving her the potion. What the fuck?
Give her the gold, Booga.
I'm giving her the gold.
Give her the gold faster. God
No.
damn.
She stands there waiting.
I
Give
give
her the
her the gold, as I
She
said.
she takes the gold, pockets it, and says, "Good man. Now, have a good day." And she goes back inside. Walking past Doc Splint and his entourage, standing next to the queen, who's still crying about a ball of lint.
I
Yeah,
search
now don't ask me.
for. I search for Vukiak now. Cause fuck.
You, alright, we'll come back to that in a second. Aaron! You and Doc
Hi.
Splint, as you're looking around for Linty, you don't find anything.
Huh. Oh well.
Should have taken scrying.
Alright.
We'll find him eventually, hopefully.
He'll come back to your pocket, you assume?
To her apartment? Is that what you said?
No, to her
Oh, okay.
pocket.
Okay.
Pocket. Hot pocket.
Hot pocket.
Well, I mean, that's dusty too, but we won't go into that.
Uh,
I mean, she does carry around an oyster shell. No joke.
I do. I do.
There's legitimately an oyster shell in her inventory. So,
I got a lot of junk in my inventory.
yeah, you
Jesus
do.
Christ.
All right.
Aren't I supposed to be the hoarder?
I got fishing tackle.
Funny.
Okay, did you add the stuff to my inventory?
I did not. So you got a spell scroll, which you
Potion
don't know
speed.
what it is, and a potion of speed, and I did add the potion of dimension.
Communication.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and add the potion of speed, and then you have to cast and identify on the spell scroll. I assume you are going to.
Yes.
Okay. So as you do, it is a spell scroll of earthquake.
He could topple her tavern as revenge.
Don't do that.
Listen, I'm
Don't
not
Yeah,
do
being
that.
wouldn't
fooled.
that be a good idea? Didn't that go really well at one spot? I remember a character who managed to do that in the middle of a war zone. Damn near killed the party too doing it. It was quite an interesting session.
Don't do that. All right. Well, I think
Wasn't it the TPK of the other group?
It would have been if I hadn't been a nice guy.
it's time to. Well, I'll hand the stuff back to the rest of the party, like their stuff.
Well, Machina has gone upstairs into a
Yeah,
room
I
and
know.
locked himself away.
I'm
It's
just gonna.
open. I'm just
I'm
resting.
gonna ask the barmaid. She was the barmaid, right?
Yes,
Barmaid.
Yeah.
and owner, but how she just basically told Agent A to give up his
Right.
earnings.
Yeah. I'll ask her, hey, can you, when he gets out of there, can you hand him his stuff? Or is that fine?
She then nods and says, "Yes, Your Highness, that's fine."
All right. I'll just I'll hand her his stuff.
She
And
takes it,
English.
shoves it behind the desk, and nods as she goes
Thank
back to cleaning
you.
a glass. As now the tavern is completely empty.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
And
I walk away.
all right, as you guys start to walk out, you see Agent A looking around, looking down alleyways, looking in dog food bowls, trying to figure out where someone apparently looking for something, and Doc Splint seems to follow you around.
Okay, I'm fine with this.
All right. As you guys start to walk around town, Agent A, give me a perception check and an investigation.
Who's echoing?
That would be Trent.
Probably. Here, let me lower my volume. Maybe it's a little too loud. Is it better now?
Probably.
It was only me because I think he was on my stream, and that's why.
No, I'm not on your stream.
Well, god damn it, Trent, you're not
Well, no,
supporting me.
I'm on. It's just I don't have the
14.
volume on.
14. All right. And that's for investigation, or is that perception? Agent A. Agent A, was that 13 an
I think
investigation
said
or
13.
perception? I know what the rolls are. I'm just asking which was which. Agent A.
Gen P.
Carry the platypus.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, yes. Which one was which?
Perception.
Oh, the 13 was perception?
No, the 14 was perception.
Okay. Well, make sure I have it right. All right, as you start to look around, kind of investigating the area, going to the places you remember Vukiet kind of walking around with you when you guys had before you guys got signed on as Aaron's personal investigation team to investigate these null zombies, and the culture behind them. You don't see him anywhere. He's not in the tavern. He's not in the weapons armory, and he's not at the training grounds.
Can I try and see if I can find him?
He doesn't seem to be in the area from all the common places. You're not sure where he would have gone at this point.
Where's the most obscure places at?
Well, going back into the spider tunnels into the dungeon, trying to figure out, maybe if he's down there.
Above surface.
I mean, there's always the sky. I mean, like I said, the most common places he would
is
have
a
gone.
barbarian. What the hell do you expect? If anything, he would probably be out in the field munching on dead bodies.
Actually, that's
Oh.
not far off.
Um,
Based on that hypothesis, you probably got it right. Almost.
So,
You have no idea, and as you start talking to a few people, they don't. No one seems to have seen any gnolls in the area.
yeah, I'm probably gonna be on the wall and see if I can find a lone gnoll munching on dead bodies.
Climbing up onto the wall, Aaron and Doc, are you guys just tagging along, or are you gonna let Agent A go off on his own for right now?
I don't care. I'm letting him do his own thing.
I mean, do I got anything else to do? There's no other quests I gotta do. I'm trying to find out jobs.
Yeah, there's been. I mean, usually the best place to find jobs are either on the tavern wall or to ask the nobles. But seeing as this noble seems to be very competent in her job,
I know what
um,
you're talking about. I am very competent.
and yeah, um, so as we'll go off with AJ for a few seconds. As AJ, as you start to look about, climbing up onto the small wall palisades that have been designed with mostly dwarven guards walking about. You see the occasional other races walking on the walls in full uniform. No more units, no more members of Unit 34, sadly. You do see piles of bodies still being burned. I mean, this was a massive battle, and it's gonna take a few days.
Do I
Uh,
anything? Well, do I learn anything he taught me if we ever got lost? If we ever got lost, so he could know I'm calling out for.
The only thing you remember Vukiek ever talking about was returning to his people and staying and trying to fix what what was wrong, what he did wrong.
I mean, was he aware of the zombie outbreak and try to find out where it originated from during our time here?
But give me a
Yeah, he wasn't expecting me to actually
no.
be
I'm
this
trying to
in
think
depth.
of what I could roll would be for this. Just give me an intelligence check. You can't charisma your way out of this one, sadly.
Are you sure about that?
He's gonna try.
11.
Um, you from when when the null zombies were attacking, he did seem to rush off in that general direction while you went off to take on the crystal. But
So
you
he
don't.
went inside.
Yes, he went into into the castle or towards the inner keep, and that was the last time you saw him before you went over the walls with 10x.
And off to the inner keep I go.
Okay. Aaron and Doc, as you start heading back to the inner keep yourself, well, Aaron heading back to the inner keep just because that's where everything of hers is. Aaron, I want you to give me a perception check
Okie dokie, artichoke.
or Constitution, whatever's higher
uh,
actually for you.
Oh, yeah, Constitution.
You never know. You got to ask.
Oh, I know. Perception is higher. So what did I get last? It was like, yeah, it was a 9 plus 7.
Okay.
16.
Thank you, Fraz, for doing the math for poor Trent here.
Yep, can't do math. Yeah, school.
Yeah, you're gonna do real well on those SATs, right? Um,
Minus
I
1
did
and
do
add
really
10 for 9s.
um, yeah. So as you start to feel your stomach, it kind of grumbles and feels off overall. The day goes on, heading back towards the main keep. You can see that it's still being rebuilt slowly but surely. You see poor little Cathel. What was that?
What just happened?
freaking dropped one of my die.
Okay, I thought Trent like a support beam broke in the background.
I thought Tron died.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, one of my die dropped. Yeah.
we would have heard his Trent squeal, one of his famous squeals. Okay, that was creepy. Okay, moving on. Heading towards the inner keep, you can see that Cathel seems to be going over accounts with a couple of the guards and talking to a few of the officers and such, seeming to overall be dealing with things the best she can, giving orders in your place. As you guys finally get up there, Doc Split, of course, following along, not really having any other reason but to do so. Agent A seems to come up, a few minutes afterwards behind you guys, looking a little more dissatisfied overall, not seeming to still search for things. Cathel
Back
kind of walks
off.
up and says, "Oi, a giant turtle.
Huh? Where?
She, she looks at you and says, Your Highness, why are you traveling with turtles?
The
Where's the
turtles.
turtle?
The turtle's following us. I don't. I just,
And she looks you in the eyes, Doc, as she kind of climbs up onto Aaron's shoulder and says, "Huh, you're an ugly one, aren't you?"
People say I'm average. Probably being nice, but I'm average, I think.
I didn't ask you about that. Oh God, so she climbs back down. Your Highness, so we've got good news and we've got bad news.
give me the bad news.
There's a very angry dog that's cutting down zombies.
That sounds like good news.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is he also killed a few of our guards that were blocking the tunnels.
Yeah, that's bad news.
That's yeah.
Is that the
Oh,
good news?
Your Highness, Jimmy is dead. We've lost the family.
Oh, no,
Yes. His children were killed during the siege. Timmy died during apparently a battle where he sacrificed himself, and she takes a second, puts her head down, and she goes as she raises it back up. And of course, Jimmy, I don't know, the other one, the skinny one, was killed during apparently a Vargast attack.
bastards.
Damn filthy apes.
Oh
Anyway.
no, they killed an Emmy.
She looks at AJ and says, "You know the House of Emmy?
What the fuck? Who?
Show respect.
That's who they are. They're famous. They're one of the minor nobles of the human lands."
Yeah. Did you not know this?
Sorry, I've been living under a rock for a long time.
I'm
I
pretty
As
sure
you can
you've been
see.
living inside of your shell, but okay.
I said a rock, it's the same thing.
She looks at AJ and she's like, "Yes, they're a famous house, almost as famous as the Venkas."
Aha.
Again, I've been living under a rock for a long time, as you can see.
She looks at the turtle and says, "I know, I can smell it." Now, back to your highness. So the good news, the zombies aren't breaching the tunnels anymore,
That's
Yeah.
great.
and we've managed to kill the last of the tiger people.
What?
That's
Who?
the ones that
The
aren't
Raksashas.
following us, right?
I don't know who they are.
Actually, you do.
I do.
Yes.
I don't. I remember the name, the actual name, but I don't.
Well, Doc,
Uh,
you've never
Doc.
heard the term Rakshasa before, and but the term of tiger people sounds like either the people where you landed originally, being the Tabaxi, or one of the people your king, quote unquote, is linked to. Those are the only two types of tigers you've ever heard of that are actually considered intelligent beings.
Which
okay.
tiger?
She looks at you and says, "We call him the Rakshasa in our tongue. I take it, given by the your rough tongue, you're from the same lands as the Vedan and such."
Yeah.
All right, in your tongue they're called, and she says, Trigarian?
Oh. So which one is it? Raksashas then? Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Hmm.
right.
Um,
Yes, your highness.
could I have a word with you, maybe in private? Just
Well, your highness, I'm honored, but I really don't swing that way.
no, not what I was going for there.
I'm gonna whistle.
this
And
tiny,
my buddies are gonna clap.
this tiny fellas, tiny fellas Tabaxi is legitimately getting hit on by the queen. She feels like as she starts to blush red. She goes, I think your compatriot here, she looks to Agent A, would probably be better suited for your type.
Not what I'm going for.
Oh, my apologies, Your Highness. You know, it's been so long, and I'm so tired.
It's okay. I understand. I understand.
She kind
So
of
yeah.
walks off to the side. She says, "Yes, Your Highness. What's wrong?"
I should sell wooden dildos.
There would be so many splinters. Ouch.
That's not where I
Hence
thought
the
Fraz
name.
was gonna go with. I thought he was gonna say something about like giant geckos and mobilizing or something like that. But okay.
Is there a test that we can do? I'm feeling a little weird. Not sure what's up.
Uh,
Give a little wink.
uh, and she kind of looks at you, then looks over to Agent A, looks at you again, goes, "Oh my God, I was
No,
joking."
I
Huh?
didn't actually.
She starts walking over to Agent A. She says, "I can't believe you would defile our queen like that." She starts
I
getting all
Excuse
didn't.
me?
uppity and
You
flipping
did
out.
what to the Queen?
No,
Guards, I
no.
want him arrested and put into the
Hey,
dungeon.
hey.
What?
Wasn't him. No one did. Nothing.
What?
Nothing happened to
Huh?
between anyone.
I'm
I'm very confused as well.
what?
I prefer men. What are you talking about?
She looks at you and says, "Ew," and then looks
Yeah.
back to Aaron.
You're not a pretty eye yourself there, sweetheart.
Ignoring her comment, she looks back at Aaron and goes, "Uh,
Yeah, I'm confused as well. That's why I wanted to.
uh, yeah, I've got something that can." Yeah, And she kind of looks up over, and she's like trying to figure something out. And says, I'll have it brought to your chambers tonight. Oh, yoy, this is gonna. Last thing I need is. She starts to walk off back towards the keep. Goes, the last thing I need is this on my plate. I am not a babysitter. I was not trained for this. 10x lied to me again. As she
What?
finally is out of earshot.
All right, now that that situation is over with,
I
You guys
wait.
actually do the
Did I
deed?
find my no?
I
Well,
did nothing.
she said, from what she said, that there was a Knoll reportedly that killed the guards in the spider tunnel and was down killing zombies.
Fuck.
That is, well, that's what she thought Aaron had done, but apparently that's now not what she believes. So, as you guys are standing around, many a soldiers moving in and out, the day is getting later and later. Doc, this is the second largest castle you've ever seen in your life. As it has a fully now well redesigned college made out of mostly wood and with a mix of a marble base, and then a giant library on one side. You've never seen a place with that many books.
One shop.
And with that, suddenly Doc is electrocuted from the sky as dragon shit falls and blows him up. All right. Fucking goddamn it. So yes, as evening is going on, the party I assume decides to rest inside the keep for the night.
Sure, I'm
Yeah.
currently technically in the quest to help the queen, so
Just
Magically takes.
find my ball of lint,
yeah.
however long it may take you.
I can't wait to see the reward for this quest. All right. As you,
7 copper pieces.
I mean, to be fair, that's 7 times the value of that lint. Um, So as you
Exactly.
guys retire to the chambers, a small feast is held. It's minor, but it's better than what you were eating at the tavern. As two giant birds are brought out, fully cooked and baked through, massive plates of fresh fruit and vegetables sautéed in different styles, bowls of soup, both thicker and thinner. And as the food continues to come out, more and more of the well respected members of the community have arrived. X is finally has arrived. He has come back. 10X is of course sitting next to him, giving him an earful. You also notice that X is now has a very young-looking wife standing or woman standing next to him, wearing a very large ring with a massive rock on it.
When
Um,
did that happen? Holy shit.
Remember the quest that John, Aaron, Nimian, and Zilpip wanted to send him on? So yeah, as well as a few other members of the court have arrived as well. Aaron, you see that there are gnolls now sitting at your table. A few of the representatives of the different clans, and you do see an older dwarf. Well, two older dwarves. One wearing a um, simple design of a just giant gold coin on his necklace, wearing mostly green, green with some slight blues, and then the other being an older dwarf with wearing his red nobleman's outfits and the miners guild mark on his necklace. And overall, it's a pretty large party as more and more people have arrived of note. You do find that Zelm has arrived, as well as even the feasting emperor himself, as he has come in more of a simpler nobleman's clothing, not wearing his god awful gold plate or his massive crown that he had. He is partnered, of course, alongside his son, uh, technically Zopip's adopted slave. Uh, and overall, it seems that people are walking around. You also see in the distance, far corner where it's very dark and kind of shaded, a cloaked figure that looks to be about the size of a Goliath. But otherwise,
I'm,
hmm?
Figure.
I'm just gonna stand and not sit down because I'm afraid the chairs might break.
Well, as you're kind of standing there, one of a really fit dwarf seems to come up to you with his large mohawk, wearing these like barely fitting nobleman's clothing that are like ready to split at the seams. He walks up to you and says, "I see you're the new help."
Yeah, pretty much.
And he puts his hand out and says, "My name's Tenum Zarius. Nice to meet you."
Doc Splint. I'm kind of a late doctor, but yeah.
Ah, necrophilia. I've heard so much about those people.
No, Mancy. Mancy. It ends in Mancy.
Sure. Uh-huh. Anyways, I hear you're one of the one of the turtle people of the new one of the new races that have come to our world.
Yep.
Oh man, I tell you, so much to explore out there, so much to learn. You're
I
in
mean,
good
I'm
hands though.
technically doing it now.
Well, you're in good hands. I assume the queen has hired you on as one of her royal bodyguard.
Sort of.
Good man. Well, I hope to see that you're well set up for the job. She can be a
Listen,
tough one to deal with.
as long as the pay's good, I'll do my best.
Well, you ensure that you do your best, and your head won't roll as he kind of takes a sip of his drink and starts to walk off and go back to chatting with one of the other dwarves. Agent
That's
A,
fair.
I assume you're standing more closer to Aaron, kind of watching out to see if your friend or if Fukiak already arrives, or are you off
Mm,
searching for him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand and watch.
All right, as you continue to watch it, you see that most of these people seem overall happy. It seems to be a good time. Everyone seems calmed and relaxed. Many enjoying the drink, some a little too much. The cloaked figure seems to stay where he is, standing there, not really moving as kind of a sentinel. And otherwise, it seems to be all relaxed. Is there anyone you want to specifically speak to, or are you just gonna chill out?
He's mentioning the guy in the clothes.
There's also the dwarf with the Miner's Guild coin that seems to have been eyeing you all night, but
He has a crush on you. Alright, no one's laughing. I get it.
no, give me a second. I'm posting something in the Crimson Talon general chat now.
and Agent A's gone quiet. Why are you posting something in the general chat? Stop posting shit in the meme chat, you weirdo. No. There does not need to be snakes in the meme chat.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, God damn it.
The DM got bit as an, the DM got bit by a snake as a kid.
I actually almost got bit by a very poisonous snake as a kid. That is correct. So yeah, Agent A, what'd you want to do?
Okay, so what is my options?
Oh, you didn't hear anything I said earlier, did you?
Um, besides standing by Aaron or wandering off on my own?
Okay, so yeah, you didn't hear what I said. All right. So yeah, as far as overall, the party looks rather lively. A lot of people are getting along and in good moods. Some drinking more than others, and some drinking way too much. It's gathering of many a noteworthy people. The
Anyone that stands out?
yeah. So the cloaked figure off in the corner, and who keeps standing there. That's about the size of a Goliath. And the
The minor?
minor guild member. Yes, the guild
E.
master. He is walking around in his red nobleman's clothing with his golden emblem, chatting
Is
with the
that the
other
same
guildman.
one that I met before?
He is identical to the last one. You're not sure if it's the same guy, but he is identical to what he looked the other one.
I'm gonna go to the miner guy first,
Okay.
and then ask him. Uh, were you the one that lost twice in a row on purpose?
Uh,
This is me just trying to see if I can bullshit. If he can actually speak of his truth that he was bullshit.
I I didn't lose on purpose per se. I just didn't try to win.
So on purpose.
No. It's more of I didn't put much stakes on the game and didn't see a reason to clean you out.
Fair
Plus,
enough.
the elven maiden kind of gives me the creeps. She's trying to she is married to one of the most dangerous dwarves I've ever seen. The man manages to
Don't
put a
know him, but I've heard
smile.
his reputation.
He puts a smile on everyone's face. It's the creepiest damn thing I've seen. Although, I hear the old smith that designed the queen's armor gave him a good earful. What I would have paid to been there. But yes, to answer your question, I didn't lose on purpose. It was just more I didn't care if I won or lost.
Oh, alright then.
Our queen pays me well enough, and my guild has been well compensated for the job we've been doing.
May I ask who you are? Since I see you're of a high nobleman status, and from a miner's guild, I can perceive.
You're not wrong, and I am from the Miners Guild, but high stake I am not. I am a common dwarf of the merchant caste.
Hmm. May I have your
But
name?
I am part of the Oliveres warrior caste originally. I just dropped in status.
Ah,
He goes, but if you wish for my name, I was once a member of House Duran. My name is Dar.
On.
No, it's just Dar.
On.
As he looks to the
ah,
turtle, who just started speaking and goes, Oi, you don't know me? Shut your mouth.
Alright.
pleasure to meet you, Dar. My name is Alice.
I know who you
But
are.
every great. How?
It's my job to be well informed, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten the contract with the Queen. She ain't the brightest to seek me out, but she's smart enough to know when she sees a good deal.
Fun.
So yes, it's my job to be informed. I know who everyone in the city is. And I also know their skills, Venkas.
Ooh.
Oh, great. You know my noble status. Great. Don't kill me.
I don't have an interest in killing you. If I wanted you dead, you would have died when we were in front of that tavern with all those men that were paid by me. You would have been dead in a few seconds. But then her queen would be upset. I'd have to deal with her. I might lose my contract, and there goes my money. The queen can be rather volatile. I mean, she flipped out over a ball of lint. Speaking of which, and he hands you the ball of lint and says, "You might want to give this to her before she kills someone."
I probably would.
I found it on the floor. It fell out of the lass's pocket when she was swallowing the seventh bone. I still can't believe a woman of her status was able to swallow 15 of those damn things.
Make it
Were they
16.
like
Let's do it again.
how how thick were the bones?
He looks, he says, "They were turkey legs. I've never seen a woman swallow a turkey leg.
Well, now you have.
I've
That's not a
slipped.
woman. That's a that's a thing.
You know, and
That's,
look,
that's a
this
girlfriend
this
number
giant
16.
fellow over here, the turtle fellow, probably couldn't even swallow a whole turkey. I highly doubt that our queen wouldn't just stop at the full turkey. I imagine there'd be about 3 of them. God damn.
Bet you she can swallow a cow.
You know what? I'm kind of tempted to pay for it, but I don't know if I want to. If our queen chokes and dies, I'm the one in trouble for it.
Yeah, probably not.
So,
Not a good idea.
He kind of
Mr.
whispers in.
Dar,
He starts to whisper in Agent A's ear. He says, "Also, what's with the kinky rope around the queen's neck? I'm not. I'm very confused on the fashion statement."
she's an M. It's okay.
Oh, and he looks very confused about what you're referring to.
Okay. And then I explained to him what an M is.
He still looks extremely confused and now disturbed.
Okay,
Why would you
so
ever want to be? What is wrong with children these days?
because us humans, we're some kinky bastards.
The quiet ones are the kinkiest ones.
Uh,
Chug, chug, chug.
As the queen has literally picked up a cask of wine and downing it in front of the crowd.
That's just an exception. She's down for
Uh,
anything.
yeah, I can tell. Um, well, if you don't need me, I'm gonna get back to trying to see if I can find any more contract deals around here. And he kind of starts to walk off. Now, so as you look around, you and Doc can still see that there are many people. Like I said, high nobles of the merchant classes. You do see Dim Flame walking around, doing with his elven wife and 4 kids, sprinting around him. And as you're kind of chatting, enjoying yourself, Aaron, we're gonna jump over to you. Is there anyone you want to speak to specifically?
Tell me who's in the room. I just
You
want
c-
to make sure.
so you can see X, his newly found ally, Tenem, Doc, and Agent A the miners guild leader, another guild leader. From what you can't really tell, he could be a merchant guild leader or could be a warrior. You're not 100% sure. Um, you have a bunch of Knoll noblemen of different Knoll clans. A very large Goliath-looking figure, with with fully wrapped up in a cloak, leaning off into the corner alone, and a few other dwarves and some dragonborn here and there. A mixing overall, but no one else really of any note to you.
All right. Who's sitting next to me?
Well, currently you're standing chugging wine, while others are
Yeah.
standing around you watching and shouting you on.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna stop doing that then.
Hmm.
Take my seat, of course.
Okay.
Who's sitting next to me?
As you sit down, so it goes from order of most like noble and closest to the court. So standing on the left, you have the feasting emperor himself sitting with his son beside him, and on your left you have Tenem and his brother X sitting there. And then as it goes further down, you get less and less important people. So some farmers guild leader, the miners, a few merchants, the gnolls, and other such.
I'm at
All
the
right.
farthest part.
Doc is continuously just standing up, not afraid to take a seat, even though there is an obvious chair open to him, and his four compatriots, who you have yet to see
Uh,
eat or drink.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna ask Tatum. Hey, yeah. I'm gonna
They're
ask him.
holding
Do you,
glasses, by the way.
yeah.
Oh, good to hear. They're holding them but not drinking. All right,
Oh,
Tenem
okay.
looks and he goes, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
Do you know who that person is over there? And I want to point to like the person with wearing the cloak. Do you know them? Have you seen them?
Yeah, didn't I? I told you about them, didn't I? Yeah, I
No,
told you
no.
about them. And he downs another bottle or another glass of wine. He says, my 45th glass of the night.
It's
That's some
impressive.
good stuff.
It's like make sure you get some more in you, and they just pat him on the back.
Will do, your queen, as he sloshes wine onto the table. Collapse as the chair just collapses under him, and he falls over and is snoring. He's not
Okay.
dead
He's
yet,
down for the
Doc.
count. He's
Don't
down
worry.
for the count.
Doc's sitting there licking his lips. Like, oh, I'm gonna get a giant dwarf.
You see a guy in a black and white striped shirt tapping the floor.
He's out.
Alrighty then.
Yep.
He's out. Okay. Um. So the Knolls just got here. Like
Yeah.
they're
These look to be the different clan leaders. A few of them are chatting with X and his female partner that seems to be standing next to him.
oh. All right. Well, I want to walk over to them and just give them a nice little warm welcome, say that if you need anything, feel free to come to me.
One of them goes, "Did you hear the story about an elf who shoved his hand down Null's throat?"
Wait, that happens in the future though.
But also the past.
No, it's actually far in the
No,
future where the
Handsome never
cultists
made it to the
is.
past, but it is something that has happened apparently before.
Ah, shit.
And then Null goes, "It was a great story." So this man comes up and he goes, I'm gonna kill this gnoll. I'm gonna shove my hand into its throat and grab its tongue." And the problem with that, of course, the gnoll was drunk. The gnoll thought he was getting fed a giant sausage. So the gnoll chomps down, bites the hand clean, or the arm clean off, all the way up to the elbow joint. The guy flips out. And then there's something about a dwarf. I can never remember.
Huh. That's a good story. Never heard that one. I like it.
He goes, yes. Anyways, as far as it goes, thanks for inviting us to your lands. Uh, we didn't expect you to be as hospitable to us. If I'm honest, I mean, with how our people have been treated by the Nords, it's been god awful.
Don't worry. You're all welcome here. More
Yeah,
than willing to take.
I heard the Nord princeling gave you a nice earful.
Yeah, he most certainly did. And I hope to never hear of him again.
He smiles. He goes, "Well, my name's Red Oak. I lead the jungle clans of Oved."
It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Aye, same to you. And he starts to kind of stagger from left to right. You got some good wine here too.
Yes, we do.
I'll be
Enjoy as much as
honest.
you like.
I didn't think I knew Dwarvish until I had a few drinks.
Enjoy the wine. I'm just gonna walk off now.
I guess I collapsed.
Man, it's almost like somebody is poisoning the wine.
He belches really loud. He's still breathing.
He's still breathing. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Who else is there?
There's
There's
Doc Splint standing around.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna ask, "Have you seen my ball flame yet?"
No, I'm still searching. Don't worry. I got
Uh,
it.
Cathel kind of finally comes in, walking in a very nice, well-designed dress. It's more like leather armor than actual dress, and goes, "Your Highness, it's nice to see you again." And she looks at me and says, "I heard you're missing your balls?"
I'm just gonna say yeah while laughing hysterically.
That explains so much. She looks to Doc and says, "I heard you're a necrophilia. We have a few corpses out back if you're looking for your,
Mancer. And even
Oh,
then, it's only just a single spell.
oh. That's unfortunate for you, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess then I'll let the chef know to toss the corpses out."
I mean, what kind of corpses are they?
She looks at me and says, "Your Highness, did we not just discuss the fact of the matter of you missing your balls? Do we need to go into this too?
No.
By the way," and she pulls out a little vial, and she says, "You were asking for something for that test, correct?
Yeah.
Good. Here, and it should tell you who the paternal figure is."
All right, just drink it.
Well, I mean, it's not a laxative, so yes, you can drink it.
Alrighty, sounds good. I drink it.
As you down this liquid without inspecting it, it seems to be it tastes like cherries overall and has a very
It's
pleasant
poison.
scent of blossoms. As you down it, you start to feel your stomach starts to kind of rile up for a second, and you suddenly start to glow, almost a golden light emanating from you. And X walks over and goes, "Hi, you're pregnant."
Apparently.
Just out as the band you just now realized that was playing a soft music in the background just stops and everyone is staring.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
Uh, who? He looks to Agent A.
Not him.
Oh, don't tell me it was the big red one.
Not him.
So who was
Don't
it?
know who.
Oh my
Uh,
god, what kind of queen are you?
well, I mean, that suits to our queen. As he kind of puts his head in his hand and starts to walk away slowly. The band starts to slowly pick back up the music. People go back to talking. You can hear that the subject has changed, and now someone is running around getting a betting pool going on for who's the father with a chalkboard. You see
I'm
Cathal
gonna
walk
check.
over.
I'm gonna check. What are the
So
odds?
you said it would tell me who it was, though, right?
That's what she said. That's what Cathal said.
So
She
how
didn't
do
tell
I
you
know?
how it worked. As she kind of walks off and goes over to the chalkboard with Doc and Doc, as you look down, there's a list, and it's like 80% odds that it's Zilpip, 75 that it's Agent A, 10% that it's Doc Splint. You've already got your name on there.
How the hell? I just met her today.
Oh! Jesus! Don't sneak into there.
Can I take one of these and one of
One
those?
moment, guys. Let me mute myself for a second. All right.
Sorry. I've knocked on the door.
So
Holy
what's going
shit.
on?
What
Holy
Give me
happened?
a
shit.
little
So
synopsis.
I have my headphones on. I can't hear anything. And my great aunt comes walking up. She knocked on my door, and of course I didn't hear it. And she didn't text me, so which is usually how she lets me know she's coming up. And so I just look over, and there's someone literally. She's standing right next to my shredder, and like right in front of my two TVs for Fuka's reference. And so it's like literally within 5 feet of me, and I didn't even notice. It scared the
And
living
you just like,
shit out of me.
Oh, so when you got scared, she got scared.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
happened.
why you heard her scream. Well, because I'm very observant. I usually notice when people are trying to sneak up on me, so that freaked me out. Especially because and the only worst thing is I have many knives around me. So, oh man, oh Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Dear God, why you
Um,
scare her like that?
she scared me.
She,
She's the one who walked over here and texted me.
she's a sweet old lady, and you scared the living hell out of
Um,
her.
to give you a synopsis, basically, Aaron's pregnant, and everyone thinks it's either Zopip, Agent A, or Doc Splint.
Oh, I
Machina's
can
name is on there.
identify this.
Um,
I cast identify on the baby.
Don't say it. I'm gonna bet on someone.
um, she
Who
Cathal
is?
walks up and says, and then Cathal sees her name and she's like, what the There's Tenum's name on there. There's a few others. There's the Nord Princeling's name, Tiberius, on there
I'm
at
gonna.
1% odds.
I'm going to walk up and erase Tiberius's name on there.
The name
Never
Oh
doesn't
remember
my
that.
erase.
God.
God dang it.
So who's the guy that Zilpip was cheating on with that wife? You remember that thing? The milkman, quote
Oh,
unquote
the
thing.
milkman.
The weapons
The
salesman.
weaponsmith, that's
Is
right.
is his name in there?
It is not.
Uh
Put it on there. Do it.
You would
You're
know
al-
his name.
just do
Is
it.
he there?
Although you do look no, he's not at the event. Although as you do look down at the very bottom at 0.0001%, it reads, well, there's two names, Venzorwin and Dulkin. And Cathal goes,
one goal to that one.
to which one? The man
Ben's
goes,
Orwin and Duncan. Are they at the
Venzorwin and
same place?
Dulkin? No, it's two different voting pools.
One gold each of them.
All right, that'll be a 10,000 gold pieces if you win. And he takes the gold piece. All right. And he writes down your name on the odds. All right, I'm taking more bet. And more and more people are betting it. There's a massive line of bets going on Zilpip's name.
Okay, so is it well, I cast I identify.
On.
Her belly.
It basically.
Congratulations, it's a child.
You know what the fuck I mean.
Alright, here, I'll give you the exact description. As you cast Identify, you come to the full knowledge. This is Aaron
No,
of House
no, no.
Kadiaki,
You. Oh my
once
god.
raised in the dwarven
Wait a
lands of
minute. That's
Stonehold.
right. Hold on. 5 seconds. It gives me a good old description.
Hmm.
Who had sexual intercourse?
You can't
But
get
that's
that. But
not.
Eh,
that's not how
Really? I
Identify
can't.
works.
Really?
It's
Nope.
not.
Really?
No.
Damn. I thought that might. Never mind.
No,
Then
but there
don't.
is actually a spell thanks to the new Critical Role book coming out. I think in either the Onomancy or it's one of the two new magic schools that have been created. That does
Hmm.
actually allow you to learn the name and information of people and creatures. So you'll just have to wait till that book comes out for
Boo.
Aaron to get that figured out.
Or Unearth Arcana.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Unearthed
Well.
Arcana has that spell yet.
Yep.
One
So
second. I'll be
one of
right
the
back.
two.
So yeah, how do I find out what it is? I'm just gonna.
Cathal looks at you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, Your Highness. Well, when you get close to them, they will glow gold like you did."
Interesting.
Well,
And
there
that's
goes
what.
my bet.
Well, she looks at you and says, "Well, it's not true. If Ven or Dolkin do, if she ever gets close to them, she'll know. But since no one
Right,
in
right.
this room is glowing," she looks at AJ. I guess that knocks him out. Feel sorry for the poor bastard that gets knocked up by him. She goes off walking. Anyways, so
Alright.
as you're looking around, yeah, you don't see anybody else glowing gold. Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good. Let's see. Who else? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go see this cloaked figure that's
That
mysteriously standing in against the wall.
All right. As you walk up, you recognize the person almost immediately.
Who is it?
Give me a moment.
He's messaging me, isn't he?
DM doesn't know.
The DM's rolling, going through his character sheets. Who can this be? Who can this be?
My God.
Sure. Oh no. Oh shit.
No, it's the queen. The
So
Okay, I'm
great
back.
and giant xenomorph from the beginning.
Oh my god.
Someone get this man a drink now.
He just shakes his head and no one approaches.
Wait, has his baby father been named?
Nope.
What are you doing here? I thought you died.
He hands you a letter.
Wait, who came back? I'm
I
confused.
open it and read it. What does it say?
So who is it?
Shh.
Did the DM you?
I'm about
Mhm.
to.
Okay. No, I mean like the identity of the person.
Yeah, he did. He's also
Okay.
telling me the letter.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought we just didn't hear.
You know, who is this? I don't know this person.
Someone
I
should
don't
really
know
look
this.
back on the previous episodes when the DM talks about shit. Maybe if we took notes during the the D&D sessions, we'd remember things.
I did early here
I do.
and stopped.
Interesting. Alrighty then.
And as he hands you this letter, he starts walking for the door and just leaves.
Bye. Nice to
Have
see
a good
you.
time.
Have a good time. Take some appetizers on the way out.
He does not. The figure just goes to the doors and vanishes.
Oh, he must not like the cooking.
The emperor, or the elven emperor, seems to walk up to you, and Doc, who I assume is basically standing beside you at all times, trying to figure out where Linty is, walks up and goes, "So, we are, I guess, meeting peacefully for once.
It would appear so.
I guess I should apologize for burning down your city."
No hard feelings? Question mark.
Well, that's good to hear, because technically it wasn't my fault. There was a gnome with white hair that set the city on fire. I just kind of helped it along. You would have done the same, I imagine, with me.
Yeah.
As I see, we're going to be allies thanks to the old gnomish figure over there.
Yeah, it would appear to be so.
So I guess we
Yeah.
start discussing building a wall of some sort,
I
to
like
extend.
what you're throwing down here, buddy. Walls are my favorite.
He says, I can see that you're basically a wall yourself. Um,
I I'd laugh at the comment.
Speaking of which, I've been looking for my own fiance. I gave her a special contract, but I guess she vanished out of my ability a while back. You haven't seen a little like border collie running around here, have you?
Border?
What?
He looks to Doc and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, your people don't know what changelings are."
Oh,
Oh,
okay. I was worried there. I was like, oh my.
Yes, I managed to beat her husband within an inch of his life. Would have killed him outright. Probably should have, but I felt he was more of an annoyance than anything else.
I haven't
Oh
seen one.
damn.
No, I haven't seen one. I'm sorry to tell you. If
Damn.
you want, you could probably, put in a request in for my guards, and if they say anything, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to.
Yes, if you'll have them send me, if you'll have word sent to this person, I'll uh, I'll make sure to send some extra assets your way in exchange.
Of course, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll do
I'll
that right
uh,
now.
I'll speak to Zelm about the possibility of this wall I was discussing. By the way, have you given any thought to my proposal for you to wed my son?
did question just
Hmm.
like did the king actually know that she's pregnant?
No, or at least he's not giving on to that.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I hold my peace.
Like, he's like, I haven't put into much deep thought of it yet. I'm sort of trying to still get things situated around, but I'm still going to be considering it. Don't worry about that.
Well, good. A future alliance between our two houses would very much benefit with what's coming. I've had my spies watching the heli, and they've already managed to start wiping out the Nords. Poor bastards didn't stand a chance against that much magic. I hear Prince Tiberius has been fighting on the front lines left and right.
Eh, maybe we'll. Yeah, I'm just gonna just grumble. I don't
Alright,
like him.
as you walk away, as you start to kind of walk away from the conversation, Agent A, is there anything you want to do? Anybody else you wanted to speak to at this point? Assuming you're there. I assumed incorrectly. All right, he's back to playing pool with the man lady.
Hmm?
There he is. Hi, Fuka.
Hello.
Welcome back to the party.
Oh
Is
yeah.
there anybody else you wanted to speak to?
Who else is there that's worth noting for me to talk to?
Well, it depends on what kind of
Giving
information.
distinct features, like someone that's out of the fucking blue besides my.
There's not many people that stick out. I mean, other than the feasting emperor himself, who tried to, barbecue the city, who Aaron just kind of walked away from after a very awkward end of the conversation. And the cloaked figure's gone. Otherwise, the only other person that you would note is that you've met that's of interest is X, and his new female partner who's walking around with him. But I mean, that's the only other person you recognize as someone you know.
I'll talk to the feasting emperor.
All right, as you walk up, as Aaron and Doc kind of slowly walk away, the Emperor seems to be chatting with his son as they continue discussing about the relative safety of the Prince of the Nords and the ability to actually handle magical beings such as the Heli. How would
Uh,
you like to open the conversation?
Sup?
oh shit. I no, that's too uncourteous. I gotta be a noble
Normal.
person. Fuck you.
It's Norbit, the Normal.
I'm gonna go get a drink. Can someone fill me in on what happened while?
Okay, so I'm probably going to first well, greet myself in a courteous manner.
Man looks at you and says, Alice, I assume?
Jeez, everyone knows my name.
Well, I heard it over spoken with a few of the others.
I don't.
That ugly turtle keeps staring at me.
1 second.
Uh-oh. Fuka's in trouble. Alright, Doc. Is there anything you wanted to talk to?
Who's around? I know I'm gonna talk to Axe and his fiance. Just
Alright.
shoot the shit.
The man walks up to you and says, so you're the new ugly royal guard I've been hearing about.
Don't know about ugly, but Royal Guard, yeah.
You know, I feel your pain. I'm the youngest brother of the House of Zarius. Named Zarius. Zarius of House Zarius. Can you imagine that? Leader of the guild, and all I'm treated as second best to my own brother.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta suck, man.
Tell me about it. Although I did get a new wife out of it. I got one of the Vedan
Okay, I'm back.
princesses. As he looks to you,
Ooh.
he says,
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
and she just kind of nods, quiet, stays silent. Jumping back over to Agent A, the Emperor is just kind of chatting about the whole thing, still chatting about the whole thing about the Nords getting their asses kicked.
So I asked him why attack the city if you have particularly no interest.
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, it was my right. These lands belong to me outright. I am the Emperor of the Elven Kingdom,
That is
and
true.
this is technically Elven territory, even if that dragon thought otherwise. I was actually planning to attack him once I gained the crown as well. It just happened to be that there was a different ass on the seat when I arrived.
Mm.
And now, thanks to the advice of Zelm, and given the new threat we're facing, I've decided to create an alliance alongside your queen.
Okay. And what about your distant cousins up in the north? Well, northwest, I would like to say.
The dark elves,
Yeah. Formed an alliance with them.
they are none of my business as far as I'm concerned right now.
Hmm.
The Drow
And
are a strange race. They still worship their old queen. I have no reason to bother with them. The mountain elves that we've been speaking with, but the House of Yewainzen or something of that sort, Venzorwin's brood, are still very particular about the whole situation.
the aquatics.
I have no contact with them. We don't know much about them. We know that they're very angry sea creatures, but you know,
But aren't they of your kin?
no. Sea elves, they are of a different species completely. They are only given the title elves due to the champions of Pyrrhus. They say because they have similar features to us of the land that they are elves, but technically they are a different species altogether.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see the sea elves just don't have no chemistry with us normal elves or actual.
Fun.
Well, yes, as I was saying, this Tiberius fellow, I tell you, he tried to come to my court seeking an alliance when I was planning to this invasion, offering to attack you lot from the sea. But the boy just had a real bad, thing on his shoulder.
Do I know him or no?
You haven't met Tiberius.
I asked him, who is that?
He's the Prince of the Nords. Your turtley friend over there should be able to inform him. The one talking to the dwarf known as X.
Uh huh.
But otherwise, as far as it goes, basically take your normal humans from the Isle of Adara and try and make them fight the uh, Asimar, the Heliovoli.
So
No magic
why?
versus lots of magic, basically.
Oh, I kind of figured that. I was gonna ask why did he travel from here, point A, all the way to point B? For what purpose?
From what I understand, he wanted an alliance first with your queen, who apparently turned him down, saying she was a god awful host, and so much other crap. And then then he came to me asking for an alliance. They apparently were expecting to be the first ones hit by the Helio volley, or the Helio, and that was that.
Uh, you
So,
know what they're like?
who, the Nords?
The Helio.
Powerful, very gifted with magic, draconic magic, so it's not divine, so it can't be. It hasn't been taken away to these recent times. And basically, from what I understand, they have the same thing called Logolthus as well, and they've managed to use it with their own magic, and it's created some very dangerous combinations.
Fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on their sour side. But otherwise, that's pretty much all I know. They're also winged creatures, so well, I don't know how valuable a wall will be. We'll see. I hear they're trying to enslave the other races to basically use them as foot soldiers.
You want to know what Wings are really bad at? Taking bullets.
He looks at Aaron as she walks up and says, I would agree, but the problem is the Nords with their massive cannons are still getting their asses kicked. Apparently these Helio and Heli are really good at dodging and using powerful magic to block that crap.
You know what? Fair point.
They even managed to start slaughtering Rakshasa. It was impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, she looks to Aaron and says, I heard you got eaten by a Rakshasa. How was that?
You know what? I've seen better days. My life is mostly. You know what? I should start writing a book, honestly, on my life. But yeah.
Alex, he says, I agree. You know, I've never met a noblewoman who's managed to do more stupid things than yourself. And that's not an insult. Honestly, stupidity comes with the greatest of wisdom. You must be the wisest creature out there.
You know what? I would have to agree due to the fact that I've experienced so much bullshit on my part that I would have to, and if I wasn't, I'd probably be a very big disappointment to anybody.
I mean, the only thing I've heard you haven't done is managed to make a lich, an enemy of a lich. But, you know, who hasn't these
You
days,
know what?
apparently, amongst the adventurers?
I wouldn't be so sure about not making an enemy of a lich. I think we already did that, but yeah.
Oh,
Did
no.
what?
His dog just looks at you in complete shock.
Jesus Christ.
He goes, oh, I'm regretting this alliance as he looks to his son.
Don't worry about it.
So
We're
is
all
the
good.
wedding still on the table?
Yes, as he looks to Doc, as Doc walks up, leaving X as X kind of gushes over his new found wife. Um, and he says, yes, my son is still very much a offered position. The boy's not happy about it, but then again, I think the boy's celibate, so he doesn't get much of a choice in this matter. I need
Huh.
heirs, and I need more heirs to make sure in case the stupid one dies. He already managed to get himself enslaved by a dwarf. I can't believe that.
So how did that happen? How did that work again? What? Why?
So there's a long story from what I understand. But basically, your friend over there, and the only reason I'm not killing him right now is because, of course, of the Zelm, who I would rather not piss off. Your friend Tenem there came into my capital, attacked me and my guards, and kidnapped my son.
Hmm.
Fun.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
huh. Yeah.
Oh
That.
shit, that's ballsy.
Wait, wasn't he
Yeah.
mute at one point?
Oh, yeah, that was a spell I cast on before the child was kidnapped, so he couldn't spell any of the house's secrets.
Not a bad play, actually.
Wow, very mistrustful to your own son.
I
The
don't blame him. I would do the same. Wait, can you tell me how to use that spell, by the way, real quick?
He looks at you and says, I can cast it on you.
I'd rather like to know how to use it. I have someone in mind as I look up Agent A.
Oh,
Excuse me?
your potential baby daddy. I got it.
No, it's not him.
He laughs.
I walk over.
Wait, he looks at you and says, I was joke. Wait, you're pregnant?
Possibly.
She's pregnant.
Yeah, there's a betting board. See who's the father.
Yeah, that's kind
Uh,
of
um. Well, this is gonna be. Looks at his son and says,
Wait, do you know something?
"Uh, yes, of course, I know everything. Of course, I'm shocked that she's pregnant. I just learned this
Well,
was a woman just a few days ago. Now I learned she's pregnant after offering a deal with my son. I will not allow my son to be cuckolded like this."
well.
But
I mean, to be fair, I don't know who the
you
father
didn't
is,
call. You
and I
didn't
haven't had
inform.
any relations with anyone, which is incredibly weird. And I don't know how this is working out, but it's working out.
why am I
Uh,
working for her?
he
I don't
looks
know.
he looks at you and says, you're supposed to be a royal guard and you're asking yourself that? That tells me more than I need to know."
No,
Uh,
I just got hired. I'm new.
yes, fair enough. By the way,
You know
Agent A,
what?
you have a ball lint on you currently still.
What?
Oh, by the way, have you found my
How?
lint ball yet? I'm gonna ask. Splinter that. Splint.
No, not yet. I'm having my other guys search for it.
Alrighty. Sounds great.
The Emperor looks at you and says, "A ball? You're looking for lint."
It's my pet.
I take the
Uh,
ball one off my head, and it's what is this?
I found the
Lint.
lint!
Lint. You will be rewarded greatly.
First off, it's in my hands.
He's like, but he found it.
It's technically I
But
found
I
it.
found it.
Yeah, but he found it. He called dibs first.
the
But
Emperor
it's
just
in my
kind of
hand.
walks away with his son.
He's like, I can't believe you almost made that.
As the party starts to die down and the evening starts to get quiet, many a guests start to slowly work their way out. Some heading to the guest rooms, others heading back out into the city to continue their own party. The night continues slowly and slowly, getting later and later as you each retire to your own rooms. Agent A keeping the lint for the time being,
But I
avoiding
found it.
Doc continuously telling the guards while after having a few drinks that he had found it. They're completely confused on what he's referring to.
I found it.
Um,
He's just saying, I found it. I found it.
as each
I
of you
found it.
retire for the night, the evening goes on. Each of you manage to get a long rest in, minus Doc Splint, who just has to go into a trance. Um,
That's a long rest, right?
yeah, it's still technically a long rest. It's just you don't
Ah,
sleep like the other two.
it's 4 hours instead of 8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Um.
cast to animate that just to keep controlling the bodies.
Okay. The bodies seem to continue to stay ever vigilant in your room, looking very creepy. As the night goes on, the next morning comes, and that's where we'll end the session for the time being.
Did
Thank you all for
Lycanthropiac
watching.
return?
He never did. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow for Rejected Potential, where they will prove how rejected they are.